this is... Why? Look, Kurt, don't you think this has gone on long enough? I mean, well, I'm glad, okay? Because I don't understand why you and Christian almost got in fisticuffs last Thursday. I don't get it, okay? I don't understand. Why would you not want to be aligned with Christian? It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, what's the point, huh? Huh? Look, especially tonight, okay? We've got the return of Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. Whoop-de-doo with Joe. What have you got to lose? What have you got to lose?
What do I got to lose? Yeah. AJ, what do I got to lose? How about my authority?
Oh, come on.
Christian Cage is not going to listen to me. He has never listened to anyone in his whole entire life. See?
Thanks, Tomko. Well, he's right. Look, you don't know until you ask, okay? Look, you have everything to gain, nothing to lose. Please, come on.
All right, I'll do it, all right?
Sweet.
But I do have something to lose. It's called respect. All right, if Christian Cage joins us, he has to go by my rules and my terms.
Great.
That's clear.
Great. So, I guess what? You guys want me to go talk to Christian?
No. Sit back down, all right? I'm going to do this. All right, it's time for Kurt Angle to man up.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, Kurt. Boom! Another one for the captain.
Another one?
Yeah,
Another one?
Yeah.
You know what? You better hope Christian doesn't piss him off.
Great job, Captain.
She pisses me off sometimes. How about that?
TNA, we are wrestling. And now, TNA Wrestling presents Turning Point.
Tonight in Turning Point, it's the violent match of 10,000 packs. It's Gail Kim defending the Knockout Championship against the awesome Tom. And get ready for Feast or Fires, where 3 championship shots are at stake, and somebody's getting a pink slip.
Plus tonight, Booker T and Tag Team Evans heavy team prepared to take on Christian Cage and Robert Roode. And Scott Hall and Kevin Nash together again as they team with Samoa Joe against the Angle Alliance. AJ Styles, Tomko, and the world champion, Kurt Angle.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the opening contest live at TNA Turning Point. It is a 6-man tag team tables match where you must put one of your opponents to a table to win. Introducing team number 1 from New York City, Brother Ray, Brother Devon, TNT.
So much interest.
Partner from Calgary, Canada, Johnny Dupont.
So much interest and so much intrigue tonight at Turning Point, and we open with the tables match. Yes, the specialty of the former TNA World Tag Team Champions. Team 3D, Brother Ray, Brother Devon, accompanied by that X Division traitor, Johnny Devine. Here's the introduction of their opponents to kick off Turning Point.
And their opponents, first from Detroit, Michigan, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Here come the Guns, direct from Detroit to TNA for this tables match, and what a rivalry it's been for the past several months. Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, there's the close-up look at Sabin. And this match, ladies and gentlemen, no, it's not about breaking a table. It's about putting your opponent directly through a table, and the first team that does so will win the match.
And their tag team partner from Elizabeth, New Jersey, the TNA X Division Champion, Black Machismo,
Yes, he is the X Division Champion, but no, he does not have possession of that title. You saw when Team 3D made their way to the ring. Yes, Brother Ray, Brother Devon, accompanied by Johnny Devine, that they still have possession of Black Machismo. Jay Lethal's X Division Championship belt. This is a chance for Lethal to regain possession.
Well, I mean, he's got to feel naked without it. It's something that he worked so hard to attain. And Team 3D's been holding on to it, and they did disrespect the belt like they did, tossing it into the center of the ring. I don't know if you want to get these guys fired up. One thing we've known about the machine gun, one thing we've known about Jay Lethal, these guys are not intimidated by Team 3D. The size doesn't intimidate them. The history that they have doesn't intimidate them. They're here to forge their own way in the future of professional wrestling. And how about that crowd reaction? Huh? When the Motor City Machine Guns were named, that was unbelievable. Wait a minute.
Hey, shut your mouth! Sit down! Team 3D is in the house, and we're the greatest tag team of all time!
It's the Bullies, Team 3D, and the biggest bully of all, Brother Ray.
Best sign I saw up there, it says,
You
shut
suck,
the hell up.
You suck! You suck! And every single one of you sucks!
Well, he's looking for crowd support right now, Mike.
You talked earlier, Don, about how 3D has spent months running down the X Division. I think in the minds of Brother Ray and Brother Devon, they felt like they could intimidate the younger X Division stars. And I think it's been a surprise to a lot of people how Sabin and Shelley, like Machismo, Jay Lethal as well, have stood up to him. And look at that open hand slap and the follow chop repeatedly to the chest before Johnny Devine takes his shortcut.
Well, I think that's the reason that they went out and got Johnny Devine. I think they wanted to try to get into the minds of the X Division athletes because all the intimidation they were doing wasn't working at all, Mike. And this is a situation where, and let's face it, Johnny Devine, or as he was known as Havoc, he's been one of those rebels in the X Division, and I think they wanted to kind of use his knowledge on what he would know about him, because one thing about it, everything Team 3D's done at the Guns hasn't worked thus far.
We Shelley uses leg strength to take over. Johnny Devine follows up, but you see the quick reversal by Devine. The blind tag from outside, I believe, was made, and that would make Chris Sabin legal. Scoop, slam by Shelley. Shelley's going to go up top here, going to slingshot in. Oh, and drop that elbow.
Well, here comes
Machismo as well with the leg dropping.
Mr. Trifecta.
For good measure, it is the trifecta.
I'm telling you, look how they are in sync, and you can see how frustrated Brother Ray is. He just can't seem to figure it out. These guys seem to rise in the face of turmoil. And now you see Chris Sabin, a man who wore that X Division belt so many times, took so much pride in it. What a knife edge chop that was, but you got to give Johnny Devine credit. Elbow, and he got the tag into Brother Devon.
Nice drop toe hold by Chris Sabin. The former X Division champ takes down Brother Devon, but there you see that power, size, and strength. Just way too much of a force. The shoulder block decks Sabin, and what a right hand to the top of the head by Brother Devon.
Keep in mind, Mike, and you brought it up, very important at the beginning, this is a very incredible match. It's a match that Team 3D just revels in. But it's not about going through a table. It's about putting your opponent through the table. That is the only way you can get a victory.
Nice move here by Sabin with the float over, avoiding the contact. Devon misses with the clothesline, and Sabin snaps off the Hurricane Rana.
That's incredible strength right there. People don't realize how much strength you've got to have to leap up from the ground and then be able to just use it and turn him inside out. And now you see Black Machismo come in and just right on the forearm.
Lethal on the same page with the guns. The double sledge off the top, repeated right hands. Devon swinging and connecting with nothing but air. Here's Lethal now going to try and shoot him off. Off the reversal, there's the power. Power slam planted mid-ring.
Man, he just snapped it right off right there, and that's how you stop Black Machismo. Of course, Black Machismo, one thing that he plans on doing is taking that belt with him where it belongs after this matchup, so you know he's motivated. But oh man, every time Brother Ray does that, it makes you can just feel it all the way through the impact zone. It's the power when he hits you in the chest like that.
Think of the beatings, Don, that the X Division members have taken over the course of the past several months from Team 3D, and specifically from Team 3D using weapons. Weapons like that belt with those steel studs on it. Weapons like the nunchucks that we've seen recently on Impact.
A lot of theories as to why Team 3D would have gone this way, and I really believe it's because think of their history and their popularity, and now they see how the fans react to these guys, and it just bothers them. They feel like they're forgotten, and it just gets the rage inside of them to grow and grow, and that's why they made this attack at the X Division. And you know, if you just see how the crowd reacts when the machine guns and Black Machismo come out, you'll almost understand a little bit.
You're saying it's simple. You're saying the bullies are jealous.
That's exactly right.
Nice arm drag by the X Division champ, the man without a championship belt. Machismo off the ropes. Brother Ray meets him.
Go!
Mercy, mercy.
He slammed him down, man. That's power, pure power, and you have to watch out for that if you're Jay Lethal or if you're Alex Shelley or Chris Sabin, because one thing you don't have over Team 3D, that's size and power.
Has to be the game plan for the Guns and Jay Lethal. Don, they've got to hit and run. They can't try and match power with Team 3D. You can do it with Johnny Devine, but not Brother Ray and Brother Devon. There's the high-low by the Guns.
Man, they are so smooth together. And look at this, they send them both high into the air with back body drops and land them on their backs. And here goes. Johnny Devine's going flying out of the ring.
Double clothesline, Devine down to the floor. The Guns and Machismo. Yeah, clearing house, standing tall, impact zone here in Orlando. Absolutely rocking at Turning Point.
That's one thing that I've admired about him since this feud, this rivalry has started. They have been relentless. They have been nonstop. They know what it takes, that they have to showcase that athletic ability, and they do it so well. Oh, what a kick. Look how hard he's kicking to the chest of Brother Ray.
You mentioned it earlier when the Motor City Machine Guns came out, Don. The crowd here in Orlando, Florida, just so respectful of what the Guns have accomplished and the fact that they're fighting for their lives. They're fighting for the X Division as well. They're fighting for all those other X Division wrestlers in the TNA locker room against Team 3D. And remember, in this tables match, you've got to take your opponent, put him through the table to win. Knife edge chops outside right hands from Sabin, but there you see Brother Ray turn it around on Alex Shelley.
You know, one other thing they're doing, Mike, is they're building a legacy. They really are. I mean, they know their future's bright, and they are so good together. But, yeah, wait a minute. Watch out here. It's Team 3D coming over.
Yeah, the Intimidators, Brother Ray, Brother Devon, with those very kind words to your broadcast team. Was he talking to me or you?
I think he was saying you're doing a good job, something like that. And in his own way.
I understand that. Table being slid into play by the masters of this table match. And did you see what happened there?
He wasn't paying attention. He wasn't. Black Machismo was looking the other direction, and that's the experience that Team 3D has. They sent that across like a shuffleboard and just rammed it right into the chest.
That surprised me as well. Didn't anticipate it.
Whoa.
Here come the Guns with that double drop kick move, and they just used the table as a weapon against Team 3D. That's not how you win the match.
No.
You've got to put your opponent through a table, but you know what? If you can use one of these tables as a weapon on your way to putting 3D or Johnny Devine through the table, so be it.
Man, listen to that. I mean, Brother Ray got knocked through the rail, over the top, into the crowd with the force of that blow. And now Johnny Devine in no man's land as he has got double teamed. And man, they are just using that teamwork. Look at this.
They sandwiched him at the clothesline. There you see that beautiful sunset flip. This is why the crowd loves the Motor City Machine Guns.
But there's the inexperience as far as being a tag team where the years come into play by Team 3D. Celebrating a little too much. You can never forget where your opponent is, and they did it that time. Brother Ray, Brother Devon got back in there quicker than they thought they would.
3D gonna try and go back to the power game. You see Brother Ray take Shelley, hold him up into the air while Brother Devon comes off the ropes with the leg drop.
And he does. He just puts that leg right around your neck. Here goes a double team move, and you can just see they just drop it right on his back, and you can see the pain that Saban's in as you see the legs kicking in the air. Now Team 3D feeling it.
It's exactly what 3D wants to do, Don. Wear down your opponent, then position him on the table, drive him through and win the match. And you can see that this game plan, this strategy that 3D and Johnny Devine brought for this six-man tag, the opener at Turning Point, you see the strategy coming into play. They wear down the guns. Lethal was taken out with that earlier. Table slid across the ring, and now they have positioned the table perfectly in the corner, setting it up to try and take one of their three opponents, put them through the table, and win the match.
You could see Brother Devon driving that foot into the neck of Alex Shelley, and in doing that, not allowing him to get any air in the windpipe. And all that's doing is making him weaker and weaker. And there you can see a couple more shots. But Black Machismo, the X Division champion, has somehow got some legs to him as he's got back up, takes some shots on Brother Ray, and you could see the referee letting Brother Devon know you can't choke him anymore.
Shelley in trouble. Gonna try and whip him off both two, but you see Saban comes from the side. Great timing, and then Lethal out of nowhere takes down Brother Devon. Great save by Saban. Where you see him, he moved out of the way though.
That's right, Brother Ray did not put Jay Lethal through that table. He got out of the way, and you can see it cost Brother Ray, and it keeps the guns, and it keeps Black Machismo alive, using that speed and dodging out of the way of Brother Ray.
You saw the call by referee Slick Johnson saying that Black Machismo, he actually sidestepped him that time, got out of the way to the on-charging Brother Ray. He didn't take him with force and put him through the table, and that's the object of this match.
Two great moves right there by the Guns and by Lethal. Is one where Saban came in and got Shelley out of the way before he crashed, and the other one where Black Machismo used that speed, spun out, and there was nowhere for Brother Ray to go, and he's still sandwiched in the middle of that table. And you can see now a table being set up over there by the Guns.
Devine was choking Lethal. And then Devine goes through, they lift up the table and then take the table, and we talked earlier about using it as a weapon. That's the knockout blow there for Johnny Devine.
What a move by the Motor City Machine Gun. Saw it coming, move it up, and then when he turns around, there it is, right back in his face.
Right in the grill of Johnny Devine, the table from the Motor City Machine Guns. Now they're going to take that table and put it into position outside. If they can take Devine up and drive him through that table, they're going to win this match.
You can see right now that Johnny Devine is just absolutely, doesn't even quite know where he is. This is a perfect advantage here for the Motor City Machine Gun. Oh, Brother Devon, though, comes over, and you can see that they didn't go through it, knock the table down, but he came over just in time to break it up.
It was the save.
Oh, man, right in the steps, Mike.
By Devon, and then you're right, Don, face first right into those steel steps, courtesy of Brother Devon. And now the Guns in trouble. Lethal's down in the ring. And Team 3D and Devine have taken control. You see Johnny Devine from inside the ring pointing out to Devon to get that table, either slide it into him or stack it up. Let's see what they're going to do here.
Holy cow, is he doing what I think he's doing? He's setting it up into the rail. Be careful for you fans, and you can see right now Johnny Devine putting instructions out, and he's putting Alex Shelley, but Alex Shelley able to get out of the way. Alex Shelley played possum. He looked like he was dazed. His eyes were glazed over, but at the last second, they sure brightened up in a hurry, and Johnny Devine committed it. There was nowhere for him to go when he was in the air.
Speaking of dazed and with eyes glazed over, did you see that close-up look at Johnny Devine after the slingshot when he went directly through? Oh, my, Brother Devon took the table and caught Saban right in the head.
What a shot by Brother Devon. Here's what we're talking about. Here goes Devine. Oh, but what you didn't see on the other side was Alex Shelley diving out of the way, and man, Johnny Devine crashed right in.
Again, the matchup continues because that was the momentum of Johnny Devine. It wasn't one of the Guns or Jay Lethal that threw him through the table, so as a result, this match continues.
Nobody is putting their opponent through a table yet. And you can see, though, Brother Devon, as he is going right after Alex Shelley. just using that power, but now Alex Shelley gets the boots up the drop kick kind of, and here comes Lethal. What a shot to the head.
Dual prong move that time. Black Machismo, secondary, coming off the ropes with the double sledge. Now, Shelley, Lethal, gonna position the table towards the center of the ring, and they've got an idea here for Devon.
Oh yeah, they're gonna try to set Brother Devon up here. Oh, wait a minute, they're gonna double team him and take him under the double. Oh, great move though. Brother Ray just moves the table out of the way just in time.
Seen it on several occasions. The saves from these wrestlers so important in allowing this matchup to continue, and then you see the offense. The dazed Brother Ray's back in the game. The clotheslines that he connects with, and now all of a sudden it looks like this match is back in favor strongly of 3D, and well, I would say Divine, but I think he's down and out. Let's see what Devon and Ray can do.
That's the kind of match this is. You can take such wicked shots that you can put you out of commission for a length of time, and you can see right now that they're setting that table up. I don't know how steady that they've got it, but they're going to try to finish it right here. Who do they have? They've got Alex Shelley. You can see bye-bye. They're going for the 3D. Oh, what a DDT by Shelley. What a counter. And then what a move by Lethal.
Yeah, but the referee went down.
Oh, the referee's knocked out.
Slick Johnson knocked out. Then you see the enziguri kick by Lethal on Brother Ray. And now it's a chance for the Guns and Lethal to put that table into place and win this thing.
Oh, whoa! Save it over the top on top of Brother Ray. And now you can see Lethal's inside it. Here goes Johnny Divine, and he's got that kendo stick.
Spectacular dives on both sides. Divine swings and misses with the kendo stick.
Oh,
and
right
now
on the head.
This is a little bit of payback for Divine right there from Black Machismo. Kendo stick shot to the top of the head. Yes, of Johnny Divine. I think he's going to head out to the top. If he can hit this top rope elbow and put him through.
He's got it. There's nowhere for Johnny Divine to go. He's got to hit it if he takes too long.
Here he comes.
There he goes. What a shot. And they've won. They put him through the table.
But Don, the referee's knocked out.
Oh, my God. The referee didn't see it.
Slick Johnson KO'd earlier.
No.
Oh, that's the X Division belt that comes into play. That's Lethal's belt that 3D stole, and they nail everybody with that X Division Championship gold.
And look at this. They're now placing Black Machismo down, and they're putting Divine on top of him, and they're grabbing the referee. Oh, my God, this is just wrong because the Guns won this match with Jay Lethal, and now the referee sees it the other way.
This sucks.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Team 3D and Johnny Divine.
Referee revived, and when Slick Johnson looks over, he sees that it's Divine who's on top of Lethal, and 3D and Johnny Divine just screwed the Guns and Lethal here at Turning Point.
Let's look at some of the action, if we can, that took place in this match, because there was so much going on. Here was a shot where Jay Lethal gets out of the way. Brother Ray goes right into him. How about Alex Shelley using that speed and Johnny Divine?
The double suplex move on Devon, but Brother Ray moved the table out of the way. Here comes Lethal, and this is where the Guns and Lethal should be victorious. But with the referee knocked out, 3D with the switch, they put Divine on top, and Turning Point opens with 3D and Johnny Divine scoring the victory in the tables match.
I'm going to tell you what's ironic about this whole thing is that they used that X Division belt. With the referee knocked out, they used that belt as a weapon. And it's that belt that took those people out of there. Unbelievable.
3D Divine victorious. Let's send it to our colleague, Crystal.
Kevin Nash and I were waiting on the Hall Nash reunion along with Samoa Joe. You guys are facing Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, and Tomko. But it looks as though Hall hasn't arrived yet.
He'll be here. Hey, don't worry about it. I mean, this is the kind of, we kind of pace ourselves. That's what we do. So he'll be here. You know what, Kurt? You're probably wondering, why I joined you in the first place a long time ago. Had nothing to do with you. It was all about that hot little wife of yours. I saw how she looked at me, and I figured, there might be a chance I could get a little shot of that. No, I knew I could. Not that I would have took it, but, as you get older in life, you think having the hot broad kind of watch you. And
are you serious, man? I mean, are you really serious right now? I mean, let's face it. Everything they say about you two guys is true. We're about to go to war, and we're one soldier short. And you're sitting here making jokes. I'll tell you what. when you decide to get serious, when you decide to start to get in the game, and when your partner shows up, come find me in my locker room.
Well, the Triple S, the Super Series Samoan? What? We'll be ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a knockout tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1. First from Congo Square in New Orleans, Louisiana, Roxy Lobo.
Knockouts tag team matchup, but Don, we've got to address what we just heard in the back. Scott Hall hasn't arrived here yet at the Impact Zone at Turning Point. Kevin Nash pretty confident that he'll be here, but all of a sudden Samoa Joe not too happy with the way that Nash was joking around.
Well, one thing about Samoa Joe, we know that he is serious, and he's serious about winning. And if he thinks you're not giving that commitment, it's going to take him on.
Her tag team partner from Minneapolis, Minnesota, ODB.
Well, we're on pay-per-view, Don, and I know how much you love to say it. What exactly does ODB stand for again?
One dirty bitch. She is wild. She is crazy. And I don't know what kind of booze she's got in that flask, but it seems to get her wound up.
You don't know that that's booze in that flask.
Are you
right.
sure? Shouldn't speculate.
And their opponents from the Big Apple, Velvet Sky, and from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Angelina Love.
Well, this is quickly becoming Don West's favorite entrance here in TNA. Angelina Love and Velvet Sky. I know you're pretty partial to the way Velvet Sky came down on Impact recently, and I think accompanied by Angelina Love, you have to be doubly thrilled.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got to like the creativity from Velvet Sky. I mean, I think that's what's important here. And now we're going to see them working as a tag team. And this is, tell you what, one thing about it, see Velvet Sky sending Angelina Love in, and is she going to give us a show? And there you go. That just deserves a few seconds of silence.
What did you say?
I'll tell you one thing, though. They better not get too cutesy-moosey with these two. ODB, Roxy Laveau, one thing about it, they're serious in that ring, and they have power. They have a strength advantage that they're going to have. And I can see right now that this thing, Velvet Sky's telling the referee that she's drunk. And like you mentioned, we don't know what's in that flask.
Well, we have an idea, but we don't know for sure, do we?
All I know is it gets her fired up. Well, she's a wild
yeah,
thing.
like she needs to get fired up.
No kidding.
Still to come here tonight at Turning Point, the Feast or Fired match as we see Roxy Laveau come out without BKM, without BG and Kip James, the Voodoo Kin Mafia, because they are preparing Don for Feast or Fired coming up later tonight. What an interesting match that's going to be with the cases above the ring, 3 of them containing championship match shots, but the 4th one, the certificate that says you are fired, the old pink slip.
Well, that's going to be a match to see how bad somebody wants it. I mean, it's a high risk but super high reward match. And looking for that. Angelina Love, you can notice at the beginning of the match, Velvet Sky intimidated by Roxy Laveau, the Voodoo Queen, as she kind of gives you that creepy feeling. She wasn't ready to handle it. Angelina Love doesn't quite have that same fear, and now they're working together.
Sky and Love with the double team toss off into the ropes, and they just overpowered the Voodoo Queen, took her down right there. Little teamwork here. Nice. Dropping the elbows right across the chest of the Voodoo Queen, and here's the follow cover for a 2 count.
Velvet Sky going for a quick pin. Roxy Laveau, though, able to get to her knees, and looks like ODB wants in, and here she comes. And the crowd loves saying her name.
I think it's safe to say that they have taken to ODB here, and we see Velvet Sky, well, turns her back on ODB and gets a spanking for her efforts.
Well, you can see right now Velvet Sky trying to get behind her. Nice drop kick, though. Went through the legs, came back around, rubbed her with the drop kick, and now she's riding ODB.
Excuse me?
Yeah, just call it what I see, Mike.
We're talking about a contrast here.
Wait a minute. Whoa! Wedgie time! Holy cow! I guess that's one way of going about it.
Grab the wedgie and hang on. We're going to talk about a contrast in styles and looks.
Andrew Thomas is Baker. That look on his face. What on earth? Oh! He's trying to give him a wedgie. This thing has just turned nuts.
Here's the roll-up. Pin attempt on ODB. Whoa. Almost got beat right there. He was too worried about giving a wedgie to Andrew Thomas.
That's a sight there now. Nice kick to the back by Roxy Laveau. Oh, but you can see the power of ODB. Now look at that, using her weight. Oh, but Velvet Sky able to kick out.
Lays right back on the pin, but didn't have great weight positioning that time. She used her weight, but not properly to get the 3 count. Now ODB's going to try and cut off the ring here. Take her over to their side of the ring, and the tag is in. The Voodoo Queen is now legal. Roxy Laveau with the chop directed to the chest of Velvet Sky, and now shot off into the corner.
Oh, man, she just drives her back right into Velvet Sky. Hits her with a force, and you can see Velvet Sky drops to the ground. And now applying the boot, applying it right into the neck and the chest.
Voodoo Queen taking control in this tag team matchup, and Velvet Sky shot off into the corner. Oh, that time, she got nothing but boot as she came in, but then answers with a spine buster for Velvet Sky.
Boy, she nailed her. You can see her backbone. Oh, nice shot right there.
Difficult for the announcers and the cameramen to stay focused here on this match, isn't it?
It's had so many different twists and turns. Anything with ODB in it, you know it's going to end up going a little haywire. Oh, man, they're setting her up like a trio woe situation over here, Mike.
It's exactly the case. Tag is in where ODB is now legal. And as she comes in, boy, Velvet Sky is just helpless here. And
oh, man, grabbing a hold of the leg, applying the pressure, and just...
What would you call that move right there? I mean, I'll cover all the Hurricane Ranas and Enzuigiris that you want. Maybe you can help out with that one.
Well, it wasn't the Dirty Dozen, I know that.
No, but it might have been a cousin of the Dirty Dozen.
You can see the tag getting out. Great double teamwork right here by Roxy Laveau and ODB. Oh, well, here's a variation, I guess, of the Dirty Dozen.
Well, let's count along. I think that's 4.
Oh, she stops it, though, as Velvet Sky didn't want to go through the whole gambit, and then she sends Roxy Laveau right into ODB.
Now the partners collide, so to speak, in the corner, and now Angelina Love waits for the tag, extending her hand into the ring and waiting for Velvet Sky to tag her in.
Well, here she comes, Angelina Love. Oh, nice shot to the head of Roxy Laveau. You can see Angelina. She's just got that athletic body. She really, oh, nice knee right to the face.
Going to use that athletic body to take ODB up into the air and drive her right down across the knee. Roxy misses with the clothesline.
Wow!
Oh.
What a move by Angelina Love! And that's a little spinning Hurricane Rana there. Now look at this force. Oh, again she takes advantage of ODB.
Yeah, unique jawbreaker. Follow move is a spinning neck breaker. Here's the pin on ODB. No.
Roxy Laveau just in time, and then Velvet Sky comes in to get a shot to the back of the head.
All 4 of the knockouts inside the 6-sided ring in this tag team match. But difficult here for Andrew Thomas to try and maintain control. ODB from one side, meeting the minds with their tag partner, the Voodoo Queen.
Nice combination, and man alive, Angelina Love just sent ODB flying, and there, nice kick, and there you see Roxy Laveau on the ground. 1, 2, 3.
Got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Velvet Sky and Angelina Love.
They took ODB out of the match. They tossed her out to the floor. They concentrated their efforts on the Voodoo Queen, Roxy Laveau. And there you see the results. Angelina Love and Velvet Sky victorious. They get the win in the knockouts match at Turning Point. We're going to send it to the back. I believe JB's there, isn't he? Take it, Jeremy.
Whoa. What
are you doing?
I'm going into Christian's office to talk to him.
Like that?
Yeah, like this.
You can't do that. Look at you. You're all mad. You're all pissed off. You can't do that. You need to be cool, calm, and collected when you go in there and deal with people. Listen, Karen and I have a thing. It's like a deep breathing thing. We just go. It's relaxing. Try it. You go.
You've been deep breathing with my wife?
No, it's Kama Sutra. It's kind of a Middle Eastern thing. It's good.
I don't care what kinky things you do. Kuma Sintra, Condoleezza, whatever hell it is. You keep it to yourself, okay? You stay away from my wife. Right. From now on, I'm gonna keep my eye on you.
Keep your eye on me?
Yeah, you're damn right. What? Hey, Christian, we need to talk. We need to talk. Is that right? Yeah, listen, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I came here to talk, okay? If I wanted to fight, I would have brought AJ and Tomko.
All right. You want to talk? You want to talk? You don't think you've done enough talking, huh? You don't think you talked enough when you talked to AJ and Tomko? When you got in their ear? That wasn't talking enough, huh?
Christian, I just want you to hear me out, okay? Because we both have our hands full tonight in our matches. I mean, if me and AJ and Tomko and you and Rude come together as a unit, we can't be stopped.
Keep going.
All right. What do you have to lose? Think about it. I mean, we don't have to like each other. We just have to coexist. That's it. And, of course, I mean, when you have a unit or a group or a gang or whatever you want to call it, there has to be a leader. So I figured that leader would be me.
Interesting. And sounds interesting, but just that last part.
You mean about me being the leader?
Yeah, that one.
Well, in any gang or group, there's always a solid leader. And I like to consider myself the George Bush of TNA.
All right, George. Well, I got some news for you. There's only one boss of Christian Cage, and that's Christian Cage, all right? I'm nobody's lackey. You got that? So as far as your offer goes, you can take it and you can stick it up your ass along with AJ and Tomko.
You gotta be kidding me. That's it?
It's it. It's real, Kurt. It's damn real.
You know what? You're gonna regret this. You're gonna regret it.
Way to go, Christian. Sticking it to the champ. Stiffen him. I like it. I like it.
You know what else is going to be stiff? You know what else is going to be stiff? You're going to like this, too. Tonight, when we get out in the ring, kid, you follow my lead and you listen to me, and everything will be fine. You got that?
What an asshole. What did you just say?
I said it takes one to know one.
You better get out of my face before I do something you're going to regret. I beat Jim, I beat Jack, I beat everybody. This is a world drinking title. You can't outdrink me. Okay. Throw up, you lose. That's all right. How you feel?
I feel good. I feel good.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
No, James, that's a bad idea.
Oh my
Woo!
I'm the champion. You're not gonna need these either. The champion. I'm the champion.
It is time for the second annual World Drinking Championship, and I want my strap back.
Whoever drinks the most beer in 60 seconds will be declared the champion. Drink some beer!
I am the World Drinking Champion. Sorry about your damn luck, Eric Young.
Cowboy James Storm takes on former drinking buddy Showtime Eric Young.
James Storm, Eric Young is looking for revenge after what happened last week on Impact. Do you have any thoughts on...
Jackie, where's my beer?
I'm right here, okay?
Where's my beer?
Easy. Hey, I got your beer under lock and key, okay? No. After what you did to Eric, you better take him serious, okay?
It's serious.
Yeah.
I don't have beer. I gotta have my beer.
No,
it's like
I'm telling
spinach to Popeye. It's like peanut to butter.
What?
You know what's ham to burger. I gotta have it, Jackie.
Hey, boy, calm down. Get a grip, okay?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Let's go out there and wrestle. No beer until after the match. Yeah, no alcohol. Let's go, boy.
Dang it.
accompanied to the ring by the pride of Tennessee, Miss Jackie Moore. From Leesburg, Tennessee, Cowboy Gene Storm.
Well, the pride of Tennessee, Miss Jackie Moore, trying to talk some sense into the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm, Don West. She's putting the six-pack under lock and key. It's the first time that I can recall James Storm coming out for a match without his trademark beer, but at the same time, well, there you see it. She's dangling a carrot. She's bringing out a beer for him here. But I think in her mind, it's got to be after the match, after you get the victory. She realizes that Eric Young is gunning for revenge after that brutal beating. We saw the fun and games on Impact of the drinking contest, that beer speed drinking contest, but it turned pretty violent, pretty serious, and you saw how bloody Eric Young was. You know he wants to avenge that.
And his opponent, residing in an undisclosed location, Showtime, Eric Young.
Well, we're looking for, wait a minute.
Oh, he just came by us, Don.
He did, he came right by us. Showtime Eric Young, and you can see already, after what happened Thursday on Impact, and you can see Eric Young fired up, and Jackie Moore was right. She knew he would come after. She knew that he would come prepared, because it was funny games like you mentioned, and then it just took one of the weirdest, sickest turns I've ever seen.
And Eric Young is just all over him, Don. He attacked from behind before the opening bell. He chases him up the entrance ramp, laying in those shots to the back, and now a drop kick on the ramp as you see Storm crash and roll right down to the concrete.
I mean, Eric Young, this is all about a fight for him. This is just all about getting revenge. And I mean, I've never seen Eric Young come out this fired up. He's always more worried about the pyro coming down the ramp than this, and look at him. He is absolutely focused on getting his revenge on the guy that absolutely busted that bottle of beer right on top. Oh, Jackie got a shot by Storm.
Did you see that? Jackie Moore tried to hold on to Eric Young, stop him, but then you saw James Storm connect, and the kick took out, yeah, his own pride of Tennessee.
Wow, look at this. It is all Eric Young right now, and keep in mind that Storm took out Miss Jackie, and you can see he's looking for a timeout. He's looking for anything from referee Rudy Charles, and you can see Eric Young pointing, focused, and going right after it, just grabbing that arm, twisting it, pulling on it as hard as he can.
Totally different side of Showtime, EY, Eric Young, than we have seen, Don. You're right, in ages here as he shoots him off corner to corner. At the same time as I watch this match unfold, I almost think that a couple of minutes in here, it's pretty obvious James Storm, he might even be better off drinking.
Well, I think that's the problem. The alcohol has become a clutch. I mean, it's just something that he's depended on, you know, to give him his courage or whatever it does. And I think Miss Jackie's trying to get him to focus on Eric Young, and obviously she was right. Oh, but you got to give him credit. Nice move, and Eric Young goes right into the steel ring post. Caught his shoulder hard. He dove right into it. It might be the thing that James Storm needs.
He really did. He hit that flush, and this probably is exactly what Storm was looking for. He immediately goes for the beer, and Jackie back up on her feet, cuts him off, and says no. She continues to dangle that carrot, though, and she keeps telling him you can have it after the match.
Well, she's using it as a reward and trying to get him focused that way. That if he knows he can have it, if he wins the match, that he'll concentrate. Well, it's a good move right there as he just takes the arm right on top of the guardrail. And, oh, Eric Young just writhing in pain. You can see the pain on his face. Just how wicked. Now look at this. He's got that shoulder that he hit on the ring post, and he's pulling the arm around to it and just the torque, and then the shot to the face. Look at those shots.
You saw how quickly that Storm had slid into the ring to break the count from the referee. Rudy Charles is going to try and get these guys back in the six-sided ring. But in the meantime, Storm is going to use those ring posts to continue this already brutal beatdown of Eric Young. It started Thursday on Impact, and now all of a sudden the complexion of the match has turned in Storm's favor, and he notices, he sees that the shoulder was injured. Eric hurt that shoulder going into the post, and boy, he just is totally focusing his attack on it.
Well, you can see that bandage on the head of Eric Young, and that's where Storm was plying those punches. Miss Jackie there takes a couple shots from the outside when the referee's back was turned. as referee Rudy Charles not paying attention to Eric Young in the ring, looking over there at James Storm, and Miss Decker will take advantage of that every single time.
Boy, Eric Young in trouble here. Storm, just feel the level of confidence rising in him as he has turned this match in his favor. He drops the elbow. Gonna try and take the crowd out of the play here, and then goes airborne by dropping the knee, and you can see where he landed, Don, right on that previously injured shoulder of Showtime Eric Young.
I think maybe what Eric Young did, he was so focused on getting out there, so intent on getting his hands on James Storm and causing damage that, you know, the longer it went, it just took one advantage for James Storm to turn it around, and you use that much energy. And right now, Eric Young doesn't have it. You can see he's getting it sapped out of him.
It's one thing, Don, to take what happened Thursday night on Impact and to turn that around and use it with the adrenaline behind it, as we saw from Eric Young, but not able to maintain that. And maybe, Don, he was too fired up when he went shoulder first directly into the corner, and this whole thing is backfired on Eric.
Yeah, one shot into that ring post, and it turned everything around for James Storm. You can see now Eric Young feeding off the crowd, getting to his feet. But look at that, James Storm biting him, biting on the face of Eric Young. Just any shortcut he can take, and oh, man. Now Eric Young just doesn't know what's hitting.
I mean, we didn't have a close-up view, but I would think, along with you, that when he was gnawing on the head of Eric Young, he was probably trying to reopen that wound from Impact.
He's trying to do anything and everything he can to get the victory so he can get that alcohol back in that he's been wanting so bad. But, oh, nice kick. Right over the top of the rope, onto the side of the head, and now Storm's up high. And Eric Young just wobbling on his feet, and oh, what a cross-body block.
Yeah, but look at this.
No.
Eric lands on top, rolls through, and gets a near fall, and then connects with the jawbreaker.
That's the kind of move he's got to have. Something to get James Storm to see stars, but oh, man, James Storm able to recover quickly and just countered and face planted him, man.
Back to work on the arm and shoulder that time, taking the arm bar, extending the arm out, trying to pop the elbow when Storm landed down onto the canvas.
Eric Young's in incredible pain. You can see him holding that shoulder. You can see him holding it tight. Oh, Eric Young, instinct right there, gets the shoulder up, but James Storm knows it. James Storm can smell the blood in the water. Now he's applying the knee to the arm and then the other knee, and look at that. Just incredible damage on that arm and shoulder.
Yeah, repeated knee drops, and again, barring the arm here of Eric Young. You think back this rivalry, Don, fueled by the fact that Eric Young outdrank the Tennessee Cowboy James Storm on a couple of occasions, and the one thing that we've noticed is that, you know, Eric can drink and still maintain.
Well,
like nobody I've just about ever seen.
You know, at first I actually thought that James Storm had found him a drinking buddy. But then he realized that even in his own mind, he couldn't hang with Eric Young when it came to putting him down. Eric Young seemed like Dr. Johnny Fever. He kept getting more sober the more he had.
You know, I keep thinking back, Don, and we've mentioned this a couple of times, but I keep thinking back, if Eric hadn't hit that post, that steel post with his shoulder, this match would be totally different.
Well, you absolutely, now look at this. You can see the Cowboy going over, taking a little breather as he just nailed Eric Young with that Iron Storm, and what that does, it gets you dizzy in the process. He spins him around, and then, of course, he takes the big hard fall in the back of the head.
Yeah, doubly effective, no question about that. Pin attempt here, 2 before Eric powers out using his leg strength, and of course, Storm back to the arm.
And again, he just goes right after that left arm and left shoulder and applies the pressure any way he can. Look at the pain on Eric's face. I mean, he is absolutely writhing in pain. You can just see he may tap out right here. I don't know if he can take it anymore.
The favorite here in the impact zone, you mentioned earlier, trying to feed off this crowd, trying to fuel some kind of a comeback by the fans in attendance here in Orlando at Turning Point, while Storm, meanwhile, just cranks back on that arm, going to try and pop that elbow right out of the socket.
And he's got that arm placed. He's got both hands on the wrist, so there's nothing that Eric Young can do. And you can see Eric Young trying to get to his feet, feeling if he can do that, he might be able to get him some sort of leverage. But again, look at Storm, and then, man, right on top of the knee on the back.
Yeah, that really is the first step to trying to mount a comeback, is to just get back up onto your feet. That vertical base so important, but Storm cut him off. Another knee, and boy, he just dropped down with all of his weight across that previously injured shoulder. And
and there it is again.
And right back to it again, cranking on that arm.
You can hear the crowd. They're just absolutely disgusted with Storm. They know what he's doing. They saw what he did in the impact zone on Thursday, and now they're watching him do the whole thing again, just trying to really hurt Eric Young. And Eric Young's kind of like the adopted son to this crowd down here in Orlando. He is one of their own. He's one of them. And they just do anything they can to come in that ring and help him, but James Storm is in total control right now.
Take a look around ringside. You see the pride of Tennessee, Jackie Moore, still with that bottle of beer in her hand out there, that dangling carrot that we've been talking about. It could be a dangerous situation as we see. Well, Eric with a desperation move, but you've got to go to something like that at this point.
The problem is he's got to somehow fight through that pain. Nice scoop and a slam there by Eric Young, but he's got to fight through this pain. You can see that left arm's almost useless. It's almost useless, just kind of hanging there. And look at him, they can't even use it, but a nice back body drop with the one good shoulder.
And then the elbow on target, the discus clothesline by EY as well, and Showtime has turned it around with one arm.
It's a good thing he's right-handed, Mike.
Gonna head up to the top, off that top turnbuckle. Here he comes.
Oh, the elbow perfectly placed. But every time he does it, you can see the pain jarring in on the other side as well. But here he goes. 1, 2. Oh, not enough.
And I think because of that pain, he was slow to follow up. He was slow to cover. Those couple of seconds that it took him to get back into position to go for that lateral press, that pin attempt, cost him that time, as we see the pride of Tennessee cheering on her man and dangling the carrot with the beer at ringside. And there's the elbow from Storm.
Oh, and he's got himself placed on the high ground. And you can see, well, look at it. Oh, nice counter. As you can see, Eric Young just doesn't have any quit in him. And I'll tell you something else, he's awful strong. Oh, he's got him in a bridge, dude. Oh, man, he almost had the pin.
Kind of awkward the way he took him down, but it was effective, that's for sure. Eric doing everything within his power and in so much pain. Just trying to fight through the pain and still mount some kind of an offense. Almost successful there was, as you mentioned, with that bridge that led to a near fall.
It's obvious that the left arm is numb. He has no feeling in it. And you can see he had no power there. He tried to pull with it, had nothing. Nice kick to the back of the head. And oh my gosh, James Storm used those knees. Got it. It's done.
Oh, no, so close.
Got the shoulder up. Wow, was that close.
Duly frustrating here for James Storm. Not only doesn't he get the win, he doesn't get the beer.
Oh, he thought he had it right there. You could see Storm. He knows how badly Eric Young's hurt. He knows he's inflicted the damage. He's looking at Jackie Moore. Then, of course, he slashes the throat, and here he comes, wanting to set up for that super kick.
Missed with the super kick, and then Eric shoots him off and drives him down. Mid-ring slam, but he couldn't even go for the pin because of the pain.
Doesn't have enough strength there. You knew that was coming. He just, you were right, Mike. He doesn't have enough strength to apply the pressure.
Just making it so difficult for him in this match. Boy, the energy that he had when he came out, Don, I thought he was just going to take it right to James Storm and win this match in a couple of minutes, but the longer it goes on, boy, it just becomes so difficult to watch here for EY. Going to try the roll-up.
It's a one-armed man.
Jackie up on the ring apron, and she's got the beer open. I think she just had a swig of the beer. She went to spit the beer in the face of Eric Young. Instead, she spit the beer in the face of James Storm, and you know what? It almost revived him.
Yeah, look at that. Storm decided he needed to get his spinach, Popeye, and he grabbed that beer and just sucked it down. It was too tempting. It was right there in front of him. And now he's got it in his hand, and he's going to use it as a weapon. Oh, Rudy Charles, though, saw it, came in, and then rolled him up. Has he got him? He does! Eric Young got the win!
Here's your winner, Showtime, Eric Young!
Oh, frustration continues for the Cowboy James Storm as EY did it. EY pulls off what I've got to say is an upset after seeing what went down in this match. He gets the win over James Storm.
And think about it, when the beer came into effect, the beer that he needed so badly ended up costing him the match, because while he was concentrating on it, Eric Young saw that opening, and he may have only had one arm, but he used it, and he was able to apply the pin.
Oh, man, what a look on the face of Storm. Let's go back. Let's review what went down as Eric Young gets the win. Take
well,
it, Don.
Right here, it's all Eric Young. You can see how he was able to get Jackie Moore in the face, but here's when the turnaround started. That shoulder right into the steel ring post. But Eric Young, again, every time he got offense, he didn't have the strength to finish it, Mike.
Here it is, Jackie Moore up on the apron. She's got the mouth full of beer. It momentarily revived the Cowboy. He went to use the beer bottle, pulled out of his hand by the referee Rudy Charles, the roll-up, the 3 count, and Eric Young victorious.
You can see Eric Young just relishing in the victory, but still holding that left shoulder. He did it one arm, my friend. He did it with one arm, and look at the look on the face of James Storm. You know this isn't over yet.
That's one PO'd Cowboy. Hello once again, everyone, from ringside. It's Mike today, joined by Don West here at Turning Point. Don, some very interesting stories taking place here that we need to address. Let's talk about this situation, those king-sized egos between the Instant Classic Christian Cage and Kurt Angle. At the same time, we've been informed that Scott Hall has yet to arrive here at the Impact Zone to be the tag team partner for Kevin Nash and Samoa Joe later on.
Well, you can see, too, that Samoa Joe upset. He's focused. He knows what it entails to be in the main event tonight, and he feels like maybe these stories about Hall and Nash are ringing true, and you got to wonder if he's wondering what he's got himself into.
Boy, I think that's the question that probably many of us here at Turning Point are asking about this match this entire night, but the egos that clash between the Instant Classic Christian Cage and Kurt Angle.
Well, and you know that Samoa Joe, he's been in that ring with Kurt Angle before. He's been in there with AJ Styles and Tomko. He knows how focused you have to be. And you, if you're not taking it 100% serious, you're going to find yourself in trouble.
Let's tell you what we have still to come here tonight at Turning Point. They're putting the cases into place for the match called Feast or Fired. There will be those 4 cases, Don, hanging above the ring. You take those cases down, well, what you're going to have in 3 of the 4 cases, a shot at a championship, X Division, World and Tag title, but one of the cases, Don, has a pink slip that says you're fired.
Well, it's the match of 10,000 tags, but a situation has happened at Impact. Relic, with like a death kick to the head of Rhino, has taken the War Machine out of this match. We do know that Abyss has a partner. We just don't know who.
We'll answer that question later. It is the TNA Knockout Championship on the line. The title defense for the champ Gail Kim against the undefeated Awesome Challenger, Awesome Kong.
And it was a great moment on Impact when Booker T addressed the crowd, but what it ended up happening was we got this tag team matchup. It is Christian Cage with Robert Roode as they take on Booker T and Kaz.
And in our main event, the 6-man tag team match, old school meets new school here, waiting on an update on Scott Hall. It's Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Samoa Joe scheduled to face off against the phenomenal AJ Styles, along with Tomko, and yes, the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle. Of course, that threesome, also known as the Angle Alliance. What a pairing there, what a grouping rather, where you have the TNA World Tag Team Champs in Styles and Tomko, and that TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Kurt Angle. Feast or Fired is up next. We're going to send it to the back, where Crystal is standing by with LAX. Go, Crystal.
Homicide Hernandez, before we talk about the Feast or Fired match, let's talk about the controversy surrounding this member of Latino Nation and Christy Hemme.
No, we're not talking about this Latino Nation right now. We're talking about tonight. We're talking about the Feast and Fire. We're talking about TNA management not giving us a title shot. We're talking about something that about 3-4 briefcases that all at once we taking a world title, a tag title is what we need. Let me tell you something, Mamacita. We're going to take what we want because what? We are LAX. And that's what we get. And Mamacita, if you get down with us, you know what I mean? We're going to do this like San Quentin, California. So I was y'all, keep an eye on us because we are the futuros of lucha libre to live and die in LAX.
Okay, well, you might get something handed to you, but it might be a fine or a suspension. I mean, last week, a member of Latino Nation hit Christy Hemme. We all know that TNA and Spike TV do not tolerate that, and some kind of consequence has to come down.
Consequence? Bring it. No one tells LAX what we can or cannot do. La pura neta. Viva ma gente.
Boricua! Mexico! Bria, bria, bria!
It is time for the first ever TNA Feast or Fired match at stake. 3 championship matches, a world's title, world tag team title, X Division, but also one of those 4 cases hanging above the ring says you're fired.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the participants in the Feast or Fired match. Representing Triple X, Senshi, primetime elite skipper, and the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels. The Guru, Sanjay Dutt. Shark Boy. Accompanied to the ring by Christy Hemme, Lance Hoyt, and Jimmy Rave. Petey Williams. Hellcat Chris Harris. P.G. James and Kim James, they are the Voodoo King Mafia. Homicide and Hernandez, the Latin American Exchange. And finally, Big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner.
We have received word from TNA Management's Jim Cornette that you must be in possession of the case, Don, with your feet on the floor. What are you whining about now? What's he whining about? The Wildcat Chris Harris over here to the broadcast table. What, to tell us to watch this match?
Yeah, he's telling us that we're not, obviously we weren't talking about him enough as far as Chris Harris is concerned.
Has there ever been a match, Don, where there was more of a balance here? It really is the ultimate case of risk or reward. You're going to try and take down that case. You're going to try and get possession of it. Got to have your feet on the floor. I think for most of these competitors, the word that we heard in the locker room, the buzz going around, is the reward, what's at stake here, is actually worth the risk of getting fired. But you just have to wonder how many guys would have second thoughts here once this match starts, since you do have that 25% chance if you take down one of the cases of getting fired.
Well, you know, it's easy to say it before the match starts. It's easy to say that, hey, I'll take the odds. I want the title shot. I want a chance to win a championship and the glory that goes with it. But you said it, Mike, when you become face to face with one of those cases and you realize that, you know what, your career in TNA might be ending if it says the wrong thing, well, that's going to get scary for some people. I'll bet any money on that. But right now, nice move by Petey Williams. And I really do think, though, you've got to play the odds game. I mean, you have to. You have a 75% chance of getting a title shot. And it's no risk, no reward.
You know, in watching the opening minute of this match, and it's so difficult to call with these 14 competitors in here, you can really see that the tag teams have an incredible advantage, as you would think. Of course, Triple X with 3 members, LAX, Hoyt and Rave, VKM as well, but the tag teams can work together here in this situation. First time we've ever had this, feast or fired.
Well, think about this, though. If a tag team gets down one of the cases, but in that case, it's a heavyweight title shot, you got to remember, the one that gets that case down, able to get that case to the ground outside of the ring, he's the one that's going to get it. So, you know, a tag team, it benefits if they get the tag title shot, but there's so much at stake, so you may realize at the end, you might have tag teams kind of going against each other just because they all want that coveted world championship.
And we also have just received word that the contents, Don, of these cases, the 4 cases, one that has an X Division championship match, one a tag title, one a world title, and the You're Fired certificate, the contents of the cases will be revealed this Thursday night on Impact, as we see where the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels, trying to make his way up, and then the drop kick out of nowhere takes him down.
Oh, Petey Williams, nice shot. And I think Petey Williams is one of those. Oh, my gosh, what a hurricane runner. He shot over the top rope, landed on the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels, and there goes Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay Dutt, I think, is one of those guys that he'll take that chance anytime. He's a competitor. You can see Senshi going up, too, trying to get it. And both those guys, they're the kind of guys that would risk everything to be a champion.
Well, check this out. The hanging dragon. His variation of the dragon sleeper applied by Senshi on Sanjay Dutt, while Petey Williams, the Canadian destroyer, has the opening to head up. And you see that case with the number 4 on it to differentiate it. He's got it to this point. He's got to get possession. He's got to drop down to the floor.
And is he there? Petey Williams has the case. Unbelievable. Here's another guy. Here's a guy you got to think to yourself, nothing to lose in my mind. He wants the glory, and he gives it a shot, and he grabs that first case now. Now you see people are going to realize, guess what? In their mind,
Get out of here, Harris.
I'll tell you, one person who's not going for a briefcase is obviously the Wildcat, Chris Harris.
He says I'm the only smart one here. I don't want to get fired, and that was the question, Don, that we asked earlier. How many guys would have second thoughts once this match starts? Because you have that 25% chance. Did you see what happened to B.G. James out here?
Oh man, he just took a wicked fall.
Well, he sure did.
And you can see Wildcat Chris Harris coming over. But you know what? You answered that question. There's one of them right there. He doesn't want to risk it. Well, you know what? To me, I think a real champion has to risk everything. You have to be willing to put everything on the line if you're going to go to be a real champion in this world. And it makes you wonder why the Wildcat Chris Harris wouldn't feel that same way.
And we got it. We're commentating on the man down. We were talking about B.G. James. He's really, Don, looks like he's hurt his knee.
Yeah, he has. He's hurt real bad. They've actually brought looks like a trainer out of some sort to take a look at it. B.G. James on the ramp. And you can see
look at
right
B.G.
now, Kip James up top.
Here he is.
Looks like Kip James has got one of the cases if he can get it up.
He's got to take it off that latch, take it off that hook, and take it down. Now, remember, Don.
You got to get to the floor.
Got to have your feet on the floor with possession of the case. He's in. What a miracle recovery here by B.G.
Look at this. Kip's found himself surrounded, and he throws it high. And look at this. B.G. James has got the case to the floor, and he celebrates.
They were swerving us the whole time.
Oh, no. Did you just see the expression on B.G.'s face?
The reality just set in?
Reality just set in. He was happy, and now he realizes by going up and catching it, he may have cost himself his job.
Well, 2 cases down, 2 to go. There you see B.G. just said, I don't want this. I read his lips.
Well, you got it now. You better hope the odds are with you, because they're not going to be with somebody.
Well, the former X Division champ, Petey Williams.
You don't have to worry about it, okay?
What are you worried about getting a case? He comes over and says, don't be worried about the main event. We're talking about this. Everybody already bought. He
just ignore him. We were talking about Petey Williams, the former X Division champ, taking down the first case. B.G. James has possession of the second case. Of course, B.G. and Kip. In the 3 Live Crew days, they held the TNA Tag Team titles before, but we don't know specifically, Don, whether they have a championship title shot or whether they have a pink slip in those cases.
And we'll find out on Impact Thursday night, but right now, you can see Big Hernandez. Oh, man! Did you see that? He threw him up at Cincy with that unbelievable ability. Lands on the rope, and Cincy goes up top, and I'll tell you, he's all alone, and it looks like he's going to be able to get the case down.
Well, he's trying. You can see right there.
He's got it, but can he get to the floor?
You can see below that he's got the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels, holding off the other members of LAX. Oh, man.
Cincy went for it. What a move. He took Hernandez, who threw him in the air, and man, what a backbreaker by Hernandez. But Cincy now, Petey Williams and B.G. James all have cases.
Hernandez thought that was going to be a positive move for LAX, but when he elevated him over and he landed on, he was real close to taking down the case.
Well, Cincy sometimes is just such a thing of beauty. I mean, the things that he can do with his feet, and I mean, it was just like watching a cat land on the top. And man, now Homicide just levels Jimmy Ray. This is intense. You can see the look of frustration on the face of Christy Hemme. LAX working together now.
Look at this. You see Homicide with the senton across the chest of Jimmy Ray while being held in place by Big Hernandez as LAX using the teamwork that we talked about earlier. Gringo Killer attempt, and Christy Hemme comes in to break it up. Get her out of there.
Well, I'll tell you what, she knows how damaging the Gringo Killer can be, and it can put you out of commission. Holy cow, wait a minute. There's that member of the Latino Nation who comes in again.
Again?
And smacks the head of Christy Hemme and then gets out of there. Now that gave a shot there by Homicide.
I mean, that's what the Rock and Rave Connection, Donovan, complaining about. That man-on-woman violence here from LAX on Christy Hemme, and we see it again.
Shark Boy coming in. You can see how bandaged he is, but it doesn't take anything away from his heart. All the beatings he's taken from Team 3D. But he just took a kick, wicked kick to the back of the head by the fallen angel.
And just before that, he hit with that Jaws breaker move.
Here comes the Wildcat. We got a Wildcat sighting in the ring. Wow.
Harris connects with the clothesline for the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, and now Shark Boy, and of course still wearing the neck brace, still having his body taped from that beating at the hands of Team 3D. That
look at this.
Goes back
Wildcat sending him up, said he's gonna run. Oh, look at that. He just set him up. And Shark Boy bought into it. Now he's got him on top. Oh! Just dropped him right on the spine.
How proud he is of what he's accomplished. And at this, look out, guys, look out right here. Oh. Scott Steiner just took Jimmy Ray and threw him right into us at the broadcast table. Here comes Primetime Elite Skipper as well.
Man, you can see now Scott Steiner is just on a mission. A knee, and another one, a third shot to the table as he levels Homicide. Then a kick, look at Scott Steiner. It's just absolutely on fire, but the Fallen Angel nails him. And look at this, Wildcat just said, I don't want it.
He started to climb up and take down the case, but then he threw his hands up and said, no way, I'm not going to do it.
And he's going to put the catatonic on Shark Boy. He's got him. Shark Boy, look at this. He doesn't fall for it, and he gives him the shark bite.
Shark bite for the Wildcat. Maybe that'll stop his complaining. Look at Sanjay out of nowhere.
Sanjay Dutt with that speed now. He's somebody that can easily use that quickness and that agility to get the fourth and final case. Keep in mind, we don't know what's in any of them. And Shark Boy slingshots over the top rope and takes out the Wildcat and Jimmy Raven. Nice counter by Sanjay on Hernandez.
Sanjay lands on his feet. Hernandez takes him by the head. Here it is.
Look at that! Just cracker jacks him over the top. That incredible strength.
Look at Kip James climbing up in the corner. That could be another case here for BKM.
Well, think of that advantage that would be. They might have a title shot and a world title shot in those cases.
Or they could have a pink slip.
That's exactly right. It's kind of like the same color of that crazy outfit Kip's got on.
Good news, bad news situation, and you can say the same for his outfit.
Well, I don't see any good news about that at all.
Oh, look at the collision there. Hernandez still, amazingly enough, Kip stayed on his feet and then unleashes that drop kick to the chest.
Man, that was a shot. Kip James got high extension, and that gives him an opening. He can go,
Big pump. The genetic freak, Scott Steiner, makes his way in, takes Kip James down, reels off those chops to the chest, and here comes a belly-to-belly.
You know, Scott Steiner's somebody I believe that would really want to get that case. Somebody who's come so far in his career, he wants that title shot again. He's willing to take that chance with the Fallen Angel. Unbelievable. You can never forget about that guy. He's had as many belts as anybody almost in this company, and now the Fallen Angel looks like he's unimpeded. But wait a minute, here comes Hernandez.
That final case, after 3 cases have been taken down, the 4th and final case is still up for grabs, and there you see it.
All you got to do is get to the floor.
Got to touch the floor with your feet while you have possession of the case. Fallen Angel Christopher Daniels has the case, but Hernandez cuts him off.
Yeah, he's now dropped it, and he's got him up for the border toss. Oh, but the Fallen Angel able to fight loose. Oh, man, what a low blow. And this is his chance. And he uses it as a weapon, and he levels Hernandez.
Took that steel case. It's got that big padlock and chain on it. Knocked out Hernandez. Now Kip James measuring him, and Kip James could take this thing away.
Oh, he just put the leg right on the back of the head and applied the pressure. And here comes Steiner. Wow, look at that release.
Yeah, overhead release suplex by Big Papa Pop, who picks up the case. If he touches the floor, he's going to have it.
Oh, but as he goes through,
look at Kip trying to get it back. Scott Steiner, that's it.
Steiner.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Papa Pop Scott Steiner has the final case. The match is over.
To recap, Petey Williams, BG James, the Warrior Senshi, and Big Papa Pop Scott. Get him out of here. Scott Steiner take possession of the 4 cases. Just think, 1 out of 4 of those individuals, the potential to get fired here. Don is a review.
And 3 of them have a shot to be champion. As you see, Petey Williams going up and getting the first case. And Petey Williams going to get a title shot or maybe a pink slip. Kip James, this was a weird situation. He found himself surrounded. BG, who was playing like he was hurt, now jumps up, catches the case, and then realized, oh my God, this could be a bad move.
Yeah,
Senshi, what a move for him.
Well, you read the lips of BG James. On second thought, maybe not too thrilled. The Warrior Senshi takes down case number 3. Look at, there goes Sanjay, courtesy of Big Hernandez from LAX out to the floor. It appears that the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, would have possession of that 4th case, while Triple X Don would have had 2 of the 4 cases. That didn't turn out to be the case.
No, and that last case was hard for anybody to get to the floor as everybody was fighting for it. They realized then that the risk was greater. I mean, the reward was greater than the risk. And you can see he used it as a weapon. But Scott Steiner all of a sudden found himself holding the case and nobody to block his path. Kip James made a last-ditch effort, but he got the case.
There it is, Scott Steiner joining Senchi, BG James, Petey Williams, the recipients of the 4 cases here at Turning Point in the first ever Feast or Fired match. Remember, the contents of those 4 cases to be revealed this Thursday night on Impact. Up next, the TNA Knockouts.
As a champion, you find yourself constantly battling to stay on top. You must be ready to defend your title against anyone, anytime, and at all costs.
You want to keep on staring, or you want to do something about it?
Well, a champ's got to show that kind of courage.
TNA Women's Knockout Champion Gail Kim, feisty, fiery, known for never backing down from a fight, ever. Her belt and her well-being hang in the balance. Standing, ready to strike, is the unstoppable force that is Awesome Kong.
Look out, here she comes.
The true definition of a powerhouse.
When you see 6'1", 272 come down that ramp, it's got to scare the living crap out of you.
An untamed animal, without compassion, without reason. Gold is the only color she sees, and she will not stop until the championship belt is hers.
I'm not sure that anybody can stop her.
But never underestimate the heart of a champion. The immovable object meets the toughest woman to ever step into the 6-sided ring.
The TNA Women's Knockout Championship is on the line as Awesome Kong challenges the champion, Gail Kim.
Gail Kim, tonight you have your hands full. I mean, you're facing the biggest threat since you've won the TNA Knockout title. You've got one loss to her. I'm talking about the 260-pound Awesome Kong.
I do have one loss to Kong. But do you want to know what the difference is between myself and her? Kong, I take pride in being the TNA Knockout Champion. I take pride in being a wrestler. And what do you care about? All you care about is hurting people. But let me tell you this. Understand this, Kong. I will stoop down to your level. You want to get into a brawl? Then let's get into a brawl. You want to make me bleed? Make me bleed. You want to break my bones? Then break my bones. But let me tell you this. The only way that you're going to get this title tonight is by killing me.
One championship match tonight at Turning Point, and yes, it is for TNA's newest title. The TNA Knockout Championship is on the line, and let's break it down for you. The bullet points for this Knockout Championship match. Gail Kim, the first ever Knockout champ, when she won a gauntlet, yes, at Bound for Glory, retained in Genesis. Awesome Kong debuted on Impact October 11. Jaw-dropping victory over Gail Kim, and it immediately established her as a force for 2 months. The Japan-trained Kong has sent shockwaves throughout the knockout division. Can Gail Kim stop Kong? Well, she'll have to if she wants to remain a TNA champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is a TNA Women's Knockout Championship match. Scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, residing in Japan. She stands 6 feet 1 inches tall and weighs 272 3/8 pounds. The challenger, Awesome Kong!
That ring entrance music is getting to be very recognizable and very ominous, Don, at the same time. Here she comes. 2 months now. Awesome Kong has been here in TNA, and I'm going to ask you to answer that question that we just addressed when we broke down the bullet points for this match. Who is going to stop Awesome Kong, and will it be Gail Kim tonight?
I mean, you and I both know how we feel about Gail Kim, how we respect her, how we love her, and how the rise that she's had. But you look at her in that ring, and you think of one word: unstoppable.
And her opponent from Tampa, Florida, she is the TNA Women's Knockout Champion, Gail Kim!
desire, pride in being a champion. Those are the things that come to mind when you think of Gail Kim, and you can see right there, pounding on that championship belt, Don, realizing that she's worked so hard to get to this level, to get to this point here in TNA. She's going to do, as she told us in that interview prior to this matchup, anything and everything within her power, even if she has to stoop, as she said, to the level as low as Awesome Kong to retain the title. But did you see that from Awesome Kong? That's what we can expect. Wow.
Well, she's not going to play by any rules. She doesn't know any rules. And Awesome Kong goes right after Gail Kim. Gail Kim, look at her, just goes right at her. You got to admire that. Yeah, I'm sure she's concerned. She talked about knowing the damage that Kong can inflict. You heard her. She's going to have to kill me if she wants to walk out of here with that belt. And you can see Gail Kim not going to back down. And oh my God, here she comes. Oh, right on the table. Just smashed her head right on the table. The brute force of Awesome Kong is taking over right from the start.
Well, we've had some business out here at the broadcast booth, haven't we, tonight?
Goodness gracious.
Look at Gail try and fight back with shot after shot, right hand after right hand, but then just one big blow from 272 and 3/8 pounds. I mean, she's got a, what would it be, 160-pound weight advantage?
Maybe more. Mike, I've got to ask you, you've seen so many matches in your career. How does a Gail Kim beat Awesome Kong? What kind of strategy did she use?
Well, she's going to have to use that passion that she has for retaining the title, Don. She's going to have to use that heart, but in terms of strategy, boy, I don't know. What do you do against Awesome Kong? We just saw right there. She took Gail Kim up into the air. Well, that's what you have to do. You have to stay one step ahead of her. You have to outquick her, obviously. But then when you try and not compete with her on the same level in terms of power, it's just not going to happen.
No, you can't even pretend to. I know she said she'll do anything. She'll stoop to her level, but she is so athletic, and it's one thing about her. Not only does she have all the things like the beauty and everything that goes with it, she's an athlete. She's a trained athlete. She's one of the best, if not the best, female wrestler we've ever seen in a ring. She can do things that men dream of doing, and she's going to have to do every one of them, and going to have to do things like that. Use her the leverage of her weight to pull the arm over the rope, anything she can to find some weakness, if there is any, in Awesome Kong and exploit it.
Yeah, trying to weaken the arm of Awesome Kong, taking it over that top rope, Don, using it in hammerlock position.
Well, you can see where, you know, the fight was started so early where they didn't get the match started, where Andrew Thomas officially starts the match, and you can see there where Gail Kim just using her brain right now. She's grabbing that arm and applying the pain. Look at that. Oh, but man, that's what happens when you're so strong. You can turn it around in a heartbeat.
Yeah, can you imagine 3 minutes, Don, would you have to say, before the bell rang to make this match official and start it here? Just Awesome Kong. Gail, here's the power game.
Well, being a title match, you know, you wanted to give it the fanfare that it deserved, but it was one of those things where you weren't going to stop Awesome Kong and Gail Kim at that point. You might as well just get the match going. This is one that people have been talking about. Have you ever heard more people talk about this women's match than any in your lifetime? They really and truly. Just something about Awesome Kong. It's a train wreck. It's intriguing. You have to watch, and you can't help but root for Gail Kim.
And then at the same time, when Don, what we've seen Awesome Kong do to Gail Kim, including, if you'll recall, in her debut in TNA, defeating Gail Kim before she was the TNA Knockout Champion, and since that point going forward, we know that Gail Kim's got that fire and passion to hold the belt. But what a physical presence, what a physical force Awesome Kong is. Oh, Gail tries to get it rolling here.
Tell you what, she's not afraid to take shots. She'll use whatever momentum she can get off the ropes, but Awesome Kong is just a train that just keeps on coming. But you have to think that Gail Kim's thought about nothing but, since she was embarrassed by Awesome Kong, she didn't want that to happen again, and you got to admire her fire. That's what you got to do.
That's what she has to do. Stay out of the way of an on-charging 272 and 3/8 pounds, and that's exactly what she did. And just Don, when she gets 2 or 3 good shots in, Awesome Kong will do something like that. Break the eyes of Gail Kim, and now look who's in control.
Well, I got to tell you something. To get confidence, Gail Kim has got to do something to completely take Awesome Kong out of her gang. I mean, you got to put her on her back or something, because Awesome Kong is just, she's just a wall. And Gail Kim, everything she's trying, it's not. Look at this. Oh no, she's gonna break her back.
Yeah, this isn't a camel clutch situation, Don, where you have two wrestlers who are normally the same size as well. Because not only is she cranking back on the neck, and now she's pulling her hair, using her long hair almost like a handle to hold her in place while she sits on her back with near 300 pounds.
Look at that, she's biting the hair and twisting her head, which has got to be causing pain. And that gets into the mind, because right now Gail Kim's thinking to herself, what do I have to do? She's got to find open space. She's got to be so much quicker. She's got to be behind Kong when Kong's looking a different direction, because at this kind of a pace, she is going to kill her. Oh, man, what a bomb.
You know, Gail has not been able, Don, to put together any kind of an offense. She gets in just one or two shots against Awesome Kong. Kong shuts her down, goes right back to the offensive. We've seen it from the outset. As we saw it for several minutes before the bell actually rang to make this TNA Knockout Championship match official.
Then she applies that 272-plus pounds.
And 3/8.
And 3/8, yeah, right into the neck. Gail Kim, I mean, it's right now she needs some kind of a. Oh, look at the strength. It really is. It's. You don't want to use the word impressive, but it is in a way. Just the way.
It's jaw-dropping is what it is.
She does things, and you sit there and you think, who can stop her in the women's division? And Gail Kim is the one person that I would give as good a chance as any with that athletic ability, but it's not doing anything. Oh, man, shot after shot, bomb after bomb.
You pointed out how the fans here at Turning Point in Orlando, Florida, at our Impact Zone, so firmly supporting Gail Kim. You hear the chants trying to get her fired up. Awesome Kong using her head. Gail Kim clothesline, zero effect. Awesome Kong almost says to her, bring that clothesline on again. She hit two clotheslines that had zero effect, and then Kong decked her.
I tell you what I admire about this women's champion, though, Gail Kim. She goes right back after her. When she gets to her feet, she doesn't look to run and hide. She doesn't look to escape. She looks to go right back. That's what that belt means to her. That belt is the most important thing in her life, and she just is so proud to be the women's champion. But pride can only take you so far.
Here it comes, three-point stance. My God, squashed her in the corner. Did you notice when we went for the camera close-up look at the face of Awesome Kong? And there's another one. She's got that sense, Don, of cockiness and confidence at the same time. It's almost like she feels that she's just toying with the champ Gail Kim and could put her away at any moment.
You're right, and why wouldn't you think she couldn't? Now look at her, she got her up there in that torture act. Gail Kim, though, smart move, because we've seen what she did. She almost broke Christy Hemme in half one night.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we know what she can do if she gets you up on those broad shoulders. And you can see every Andrew Thomas.
Oh, the way that she can twist and contort a body. The way it would make, oh, man, and Gail in the corner hung out there as Kong just charged at her again. And you can see that Gail actually's got an armbar applied. Now that we get a closer look.
Oh, Gail Kim, smart move. She got that armbar applied, and she just pulled on it with all her weight. And now she's trying to apply it and put it behind her. Look at Gail Kim trying to play a strength game. Doesn't work, but look at her beating on the back of the arm. Let me tell you something. That'll make that arm go numb.
I mean, think back on some of the few offensive moves she's had was working, like that hammerlock that she used on the arm. Has it again, but this is just too much size.
Too much size. She's got to find a different tactic. As long as she's still standing, as long as she's not been pinned, she's got life. And she's not a quitter. I'm sorry,
I just got to point out, Gail Kim has never gotten rolling in this match, never put together offensive moves. The powerbomb attempt, that awesome powerbomb from Awesome Kong is blocked momentarily by Gail Kim, who floated over, rolled through, but then Kong gets up, and here comes the spinning back fist. No, it missed that time.
Gail Kim now using her feet. Good move. Kicking at the legs. You go at the upper body, that didn't help. Now she's trying to do anything she can to bring her down. Look at her nice drop kick. She's got to do more of that.
It's like trying to chop down a tree, isn't it?
Yeah, with your hand.
Yeah, good luck. Nice. Missile drop kick, and Kong is still on her feet. She's still vertical.
She's still standing. You can't take her down. Oh,
that did it.
Shot to the head. What a shot. That's how you do it. She just creamed her. Awesome Kong is on her back. Holy cow.
That's the first step for Gail Kim. It's a small victory, but hell, it's all she's had.
We've never seen that before. There she goes again with the sit-down right on top of the chest. Look at Gail Kim firing herself up.
Here we go. Top rope backsplash. 2.
No! Nobody's ever had a pin attempt on Kong. And she just was that close. She's a champion, Mike.
Gail trying to clear the cobwebs at the same time, trying to think of that strategy. Where do we go next? Kong in trouble here as Gail follows up, and there's the senton off the top.
I'm telling you, that right there, she thought she had the pin. But look at this. You can see the look in Kong's face. She doesn't know. She's never been in this position. Oh, but Gail Kim, you got to stay one step ahead, and she didn't.
She missed with the clothesline, but that spinning back fist definitely didn't miss, and with authority right into the face of Gail Kim, who gets tossed right into the corner turnbuckles, and here come the knees.
Now look at how vicious she's going. You can tell she's upset. She's angry. She's been embarrassed. Gail Kim beat her at that point, didn't get the pin, and now look, she gets pushed around.
I saw that. Referee Andrew Thomas.
Oh, she's trying to kill her. She won't let up. She's got the foot in the neck, and she won't let up. And referee Andrew Thomas is doing everything he can to get her to break it up.
I mean, that's nearly 300 pounds across the windpipe of Gail Kim, and Andrew Thomas is, she just pie-faced him.
She's just showing no respect whatsoever. And you can see this. Andrew Thomas is throwing it out. And he's got to. She's not applying by any rules whatsoever.
Well, it's one of those situations where you can't blame Andrew Thomas. Trying to maintain law and order here in the ring. He's disqualified Awesome Kong.
She just realizes what's happened.
Yeah, you're right.
I think she just realized. He said that's it. She put her hands on him. She knocked him down. She didn't stop when he told her. And it's a championship match. And he,
What?
No
Look
way.
out.
Oh, she just sit out powerbomb on Andrew Thomas.
The awesome bomb from Awesome Kong on referee Andrew Thomas. My God.
I mean, she is so, she knows that she just lost the belt. And you know what? She could have won it. She could have been the champ. Gail Kim now is extremely hurt. She did not let up with that weight on her neck. I don't know how bad Gail's hurt, but she's hurt bad.
Yeah, Gail Kim, ladies and gentlemen, has kept the title. Going to see some help here from the back because of this disqualification. Here comes Velvet Sky in. Oh, boy, that's not having any effect.
I admire the friendship. I admire the loyalty. But you can't think it was a bright idea, and she just slammed her right down on her spine. Oh, my God. Wow. Look at that look on Pine. Now look at, she wants more, Gail Kim. In her mind, that's been the problem. And she's got to wonder what's going to happen now to her title shot. But she brought this on herself, Mike. She brought it on herself. Here comes Angelina Love with a chair.
Yeah, steel chair, and it's almost on like the TNA knockouts have decided they need to stick up for each other, and then she just took her fist, drove it right into the steel chair, and it landed in the face of Angelina Love.
I mean, this is unbelievable. Every single thing they're trying to do. Awesome Kong is just one step ahead. It is just that strength. Oh, no. She's got the chair in her hands.
The crowd here at Turning Point, they're cheering for ODB of all things.
They want ODB to come out and help them, and I don't blame them. They need something, but look at this. Oh, no. That chair, she's got Gail Kim. Gail Kim.
Come on, the match is over.
No.
You are disqualified.
No.
Look out, look out, look out.
No. God, right on the chair.
God, that awesome bomb. The power bomb from Awesome Kong. Steel chair. Oh, Gail Kim just folded up, and she is in definite trouble.
Everybody's laid out. It's unreal. And now she's looking to see, is there anybody else brave enough to come out here? Nobody is. Oh, no, you can't do any more damage to Gail Kim. Come on, people.
Finally, we got some security headed in there to try and get Awesome Kong peeled off of Gail Kim.
This is, oh, look at that look, that deranged look on Kong's face. And now you can see how tentative even the security are.
Awesome Kong disqualified. Gail Kim retains the TNA Knockout Championship because of the disqualification. But what a force Awesome Kong is here in TNA. We're gonna review what went down, Don, in this championship match.
Well, this is how it started. Gail Kim didn't even get a chance to look up, and look at that. Onto the rail, you can hear
feel the clothesline, but Gail Kim started her comeback. The missile drop kick on the head, and then the senton bomb, and looked like Gail Kim had a shot. Actually, almost got a pin. But then the anchor that was seething an Awesome Kong as he took it out on Andrew Thomas.
Referee Andrew Thomas, after disqualifying her, felt the wrath of Awesome Kong on the receiving end of that sit-out powerbomb. Help from Velvet Sky, help from Angelina Love. It didn't matter. And there you see it, the awesome bomb from Awesome Kong on Gail Kim on the steel chair. And there she is, disqualified tonight in the Knockout Championship match here at Turning Point. Gail Kim being attended to, the other knockouts looking on as well. I'm going to ask the question one more time. Who the hell is going to stop Awesome Kong? Let's send it to JB.
What do you mean it didn't work, Kurt?
It didn't work.
This sucks! This sucks! Your wife, Karen, said I could be on both teams. And now that's not happening, is it? And you know what? I can't function without Christian, so I'm done.
What the hell are you talking about? What are you, fruity or something?
I'm not fruity.
You can't function without Christian? What has he ever done for you except let you hold his jock?
I've never held his jock in the first place, so how about that? Never!
AJ, you remember that time we were in the locker room and you were picking up that...
Nothing!
No,
you be quiet, Tomko!
You shut up! You shut up!
Oh, you know what? You want to shut it? Ruin my life some more? Go ahead. Go, do it.
No, AJ, I have an idea.
What's your idea? Wait.
Joe.
What about Joe?
I saw him talking to Hall and Nash earlier, and there is definitely some friction there.
Whoa. So what you're saying is that you think we can sway Joe?
No, I'm not saying we can sway Joe, but I definitely think that there's a chance we can turn him against his partners.
Look. I don't know what you guys are drinking, but, I want to get wasted too, because it's not happening.
AJ, hold on a second. You know what? She may have a point here. If you think, wait a minute, if you think about this, Hall and Nash have screwed everybody in this business.
That's the truth.
Yes. Would you want me to go talk to him?
No. I'm going to do this, okay? I from wrestler to wrestler, I know exactly what to say to Joe.
Okay, you couldn't sway Christian, but now you're going to go sway Joe. That makes perfect sense. Go ahead.
AJ, who am I?
Kurt Angle.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm the captain of this ship, right? So you step down, mate, and let the captain do his job.
Mate.
You need to stop.
I know shit.
I think that's a demotion.
No, it's not.
Pretty sure.
He was talking
Stop. Stop.
From Australia. Mate.
Witness the horror as Black Rain and Relic take on the Monster Abyss and the War Machine Rhino in the match of 10,000 tacks.
Black Rain, with all due respect, I hate coming back here.
There's nothing to be afraid of. Let me formally reintroduce the players. I'm Black Rain. This is Relic, my darkest nightmare. And this is my little precious baby Misty, my Arctic fox.
Fox? I thought she was a rat.
No, Crystal. The only rat around here, or the one that I see right now, is you. Raven. Abyss. Welcome to our nightmare
What you are about to experience is a new torture that you've never felt before. The pain and the punishment is gonna make Saul look like a stroll through Candyland. Abyss, you bring your attacks. I'll take a great big handful and chew them up and spit them right in your face. And Raven, remember one thing. I like spiders and I like snakes. And that's what it takes to love me. Like I want to be loved by you.
Oh, get ready for the level of violence to be turned up. Here at Turning Point, it's up next. Yes, it's the match of 10,000 tacks. And Don, we now know as we see those beds of the thousands of tacks all around the impact zone, we now know that in Rhino's absence, it's going to be Raven taking his place as a business partner.
Good call.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the match of 10,000 tacks. Scheduled for one fall. There is no disqualification. Introducing first, from the deepest, darkest corner of his mind, Black Rain.
He's got his precious baby coming down to the ring. Yes, his Arctic Fox, Misty, as he reintroduced the players in his own words to our broadcast colleague, Crystal. Oh, boy, this guy is sick. The alter ego of Dustin Rhodes. It's Black Rain. He's got Misty the Rat with him, and here's his tag team partner. Yeah, it's his darkest nightmare.
And his tag team partner from the depths of hell, Relic.
Well, you heard it, his darkest nightmare. As you see Relic come down, and it is Relic that is responsible for Abyss having to bring in Raven. It was this last Thursday on Impact when Relic took Rhino out with a wicked kick, and here it was. That was the kick, the shot, and look at what it did. It turned that head completely around and gave him an unbelievable stinger situation to where he's now injured, and they're having to check it out and see what the damage is, but Abyss realizes someone used to these kind of matches. Who else but the diabolical Raven?
And their opponents first, from the Bowery, Raven!
With the War Machine, Rhino injured. The neck injury, and of course, keep in mind on that Rhino has had a broken neck in the past. We're awaiting results on the test of the War Machine Rhino and the severity of the injury. And in his place, well, if you think about this match of 10,000 tacks, would you really have a better substitute, a better fit than someone like Raven to join the Monster Abyss as his tag team partner in this kind of a violent, brutal match?
I mean, you got to think about it, though. Yes, it's a great decision because if there's anybody that can handle this kind of a situation, it's Raven. But you got to wonder, is it a wise decision? Can you trust Raven? They've had their problems in the past. It's just going to be a very interesting situation between those two.
And his tag team partner stands 6 feet 8 inches tall. He weighs 350 pounds. He is the Monster Abyss.
The match of 10,000 tacks is one fall, no disqualification. We've got tacks on those bed of tacks all around the ringside area. We've got them on all sides of the ring. We also have a pole in the corner where we have one bag of tacks hanging from that pole. They're all legal. They're all in play. And, of course, yeah, they're encouraged as well. Here we go.
Well, it's the brainchild of the Monster Abyss, and there's just tags all around the impact zone, and so you can be guaranteed of one thing. Oh, what a shot by Abyss to the head of Black Rain. It's going to be bloody. and it's going to be violent. And now this is what I'm talking about.
Sure
Can
did.
they trust each other? And you see Raven giving him the sign. I think that's his way of saying, I've got your back.
Big shot takes down Black Rain. Raven turns his attention to Relic. That's killer spelled backwards. Oh boy, the darkest nightmare of Black Rain. And look at that, snapping the neck of Raven and driving him back into the ring, while meanwhile Black Rain takes the Monster Abyss out and flings that 6'8", 350 pounds of the Monster Abyss that he just flung right into the guardrail. Relic, Black Rain, double teaming on the Monster Abyss.
One thing about Relic and Black Rain, they're not afraid of pain, they're not afraid of gore, they're not afraid of violence, so they'll do anything and everything. As here comes Raven, and look at that! He uses their own slingshots over him and ends up taking out all three of them one time, but he felt he had to do something because Relic and Black Rain had a hold of Abyss.
See the landing, how close they came to that bed of tacks positioned around the ringside area. Relic tries to mount a comeback here, does so. First with the knee, then shots to the head of Raven. Abyss has got a hold of Black Rain. They're going to send him over into the steel guardrail.
Well, this is a great chance for Abyss to take advantage of this situation as Raven gave him the opportunity, and he just throws Black Rain right into the crowd as Raven has a hold of Relic. Oh, just picks him and does that move where he just pulls him right back into the guardrail. Just flings him back in. He tries to do this 2 or 3 times if he can, because it can really take the wind out of you. But look at Abyss. He is focused on one thing, and that's Black Rain.
Oh, you're right. Raven loves that side Russian leg sweep that he uses to take his opponents out, as we see Abyss and Black Rain fighting. Good job here with the split screen guys in the truck. Now Raven has got Relic on the right-hand side, and you said that he might go to the well more than once, and he sure did.
Well, he did it on the rail the first time, then he did the side Russian leg sweep right against the wall. And you can see that he's stopped Relic momentarily. He's trying to get his bearings. Raven, an interesting choice by Abyss to replace Rhino, who just took that wicked kick to the head and neck on Thursday, and right now it's paying off, I think, for Abyss. Oh no, but look at this. Look at the counter by Relic.
Yeah, different story now as Relic sends Raven into the guardrail, and then on that left-hand side of your screen, fighting out in the crowd, Black Rain has turned it around on the Monster Abyss.
Raven always been a crowd favorite, feeding off of it. And look at that. He's able to dodge. He set Relic up and dodged out of the way. And then on the other side, Black Rain has somehow gotten the better of Abyss and taken advantage of him.
We'll come back now inside the ring area here, back over the safety rail and out of the crowd. Abyss with a knee right to the gut, right to the midsection of Black Rain. There we see the close-up look of Raven putting the knee right into the head of Relic.
I mean, this has been a situation where I'm really surprised at how well Raven and Abyss are focused, how they've come together with some sort of a game plan. I mean, they kind of divided and conquered right now. But everything can turn around that quickly, and it looks like Relic has done that, and Abyss now setting up the table, wanting to inflict any kind of damage that he can, and you can see Relic now in control of Raven, and now look at this, Abyss wanting to get these tags and get them set up on the table.
That's the game plan, obviously, here. Picking up that bed with the thousands of tacks on it and positioning it on top of the table. But look out from behind while he's spreading out the tacks for maximum effect. Here comes Black Rain sneaking up.
While he's focused on that, though, he's forgotten what's going on. But look at this. He's got him in the choke slam. The crowd wants to see him do it, but look at Black Rain just using the elbow, fighting out any way he can, throws it into the ring post.
Smart move there by Black Rain, doing anything within his power, sending Abyss into the steel. There you see Raven and Relic battling outside the ring as Black Rain rolls back in.
Well, Relic got his leg caught into the guardrail, and Raven used that as an opportunity to turn things around. You saw him applying pressure to the knee, and what a shot, and oh my gosh, Abyss used that Darkness Falls weapon on Black Rain and sent him flying back into the ring, and oh man, he cracked him with the Darkness Falls, and now Abyss has it.
Yeah, the weapon that has been synonymous with Black Rain, and there you see the look, the close-up look, the weapon with that blade, that knife on the end of it, and he's turning it around, and he's going to use the Darkness Falls weapon on its owner, Black Rain.
Oh, he did. He used a sharp point and just raked it across the forehead as the referee telling him that's enough of that. checking on Black Rain to see what kind of condition he's in, but he better watch out because Relic's coming in from the backside.
He's got the chair, too.
Oh, look at that, the elbow right into the chair.
Oh, he saw him coming in, he sure did, but swung the elbow. You can see him favoring the elbow immediately after he hit the steel. But the chair went back, and it caught Relic. Watch him wedge it there.
He is, he's getting a wedge in. Black Rain is a bloody mess. You knew he would be when he took the point of that across. Look at that. You can see the blood. Oh, and it's dripping down. And Abyss right now, though, Raven trying to get back in the ring. He's got to do something, I think, to help out Abyss right here as you see Relic throwing wicked rights.
Oh, there goes Relic, shot off into the corner. Abyss got him up on his shoulder, and when he turns around, the bloody Black Rain connects first with the kick to Abyss, then one for Raven, and now he's going to take Abyss and, oh, God, turn him around and put him right into the steel chair.
Right into the steel chair, and I mean with full effect, full force. As now you can see Abyss trying to get himself out untangled from the ropes. As in the ring, you've got Black Rain, you've got Relic with a 2-on-1 advantage as Raven has now found himself outside of the ring. And everybody, though, it's just as vicious and wicked as it always gets. It's just hard for these guys to get momentum. But right now, Black Rain just bringing one shot after another. Here comes Relic.
Yeah, Black Rain in his darkest nightmare. Relic double teaming on the monster Abyss, who has been split open, and I mean split wide open. And look at this, just biting and gnawing on the already bloody head of the monster Abyss was Black Rain. That is sick.
That was sick. The blood just, and I'll tell you something, with that mask and the blood combined, it can really blind Abyss as it gets soaked. And look at Abyss, he's bleeding profusely. Unbelievable when he went head first into that chair.
That chair that Abyss had wedged between the top and middle rope came back to haunt him as he went face first into it, and he is just bleeding like hell. Black Rain outside, connects with the right hand. Raven's in the ring and down, and Black Rain just keeps laying in those shots, and Relic's gonna take another one of those bed of those thousands of tacks.
Now you can see he's trying to pick it up and get it set up. He's putting it into the ring. Raven now found him. He's back inside the ring, and you can see Relic also trying to spread those tacks around. Oh, look at that. He's got a handful of them. What is he going to do? Relic's got a handful of tacks. You see Raven coming over. Oh, man, he just caught him on the head.
Yeah, with the tacks in his hands. Did you see the tacks fly?
I think he's still got some in his hands. He does.
This no disqualification match with the thousands of tacks that we knew would come into play, and this has been, oh God.
Oh my God, he's putting them in his mouth. Oh my God, he's putting the tacks in his mouth and then hitting him, driving him in. Oh, that is brutal.
Cross-face shots from Relic, you're right, Don, using those tacks and then driving him even further into the face of Raven with each blow.
Oh my God, think of the damage that can do. The tacks can cut the inside of the cheeks, can cut the tongue. You could accidentally swallow some of them, cause interior damage. Unbelievable. That is just, oh, that's sick.
Relic rocks Raven with the right. Perfectly placed boot to the gut, doubles Raven. Oh, just knocked Raven right over. Meanwhile, outside, there you see Black Rain and Abyss. The blood just pouring out of the face and head of Abyss. God, that's sick.
Oh my God, that is just unbelievable. You can't tell where the mask ends or begins with all the crimson on his face. And inside the ring right now, what a kick to the face by Relic as he is in total control. And this thing has turned wickedly bad for Abyss and Raven. And now, I don't know what Relic is saying, but he's obviously screaming something to Raven.
Oh, we saw Abyss and Raven, Don, early on in this match have some sense of teamwork and control as they took over. But it's been minutes now that they've been on the defensive here as Relic and Black Rain, they are in the driver's seat.
Of course, no disqualification in a match like this. And I mean, how could there be when you've got 10,000 plus tacks into play? But you can see the crowd trying to cheer Raven on as Relic just driving one shot after another into the head.
Big right hand shots by Relic. And remember, up on that pole is another bag of tacks, and it looks like that's caught the attention of Relic, and it took his attention away from Raven, and Raven was able to turn it around on him.
It's almost like Raven could sense that he had dropped his focus on him and was going for the bag attack. That's what a veteran does. That's what somebody who's fought in so many wars like this does. As Raven, as soon as he sensed the weight shift, he slammed him on his back. But now he better watch out. But wait a minute, what a DDT Nice Raven effect right there on Black Ray. Here he goes.
2, no, Relic there just at the last second to cut him off and make the save. Just what it looked like, Raven. Did you see that close-up shot of Raven? I think there's blood coming from his mouth from the times that he had those tacks that Relic was driving in with the crossface blows.
Oh my God, the thought of those tacks being inside your mouth, it's just disgusting. But man, here comes the Abyss. Oh man, he's like a man possessed. It's like, look at that blood. It's like it's fired him up. There's one shot. You can see Abyss. He is on fire.
Yeah, but at the same time, Don, this loss of blood, how is it going to impact the Monster Abyss the longer this match continues? And you're right, he's turned it around here. And now kendo sticks coming into play. Raven tosses one into the Monster. Oh, wow, wicked shots.
Oh man, just you think of that shot straight on the head, and oh my gosh, Raven does it. And then as Abyss went to do another one to Black Rain, he was able to go low and get him low.
Now Black Rain has possession of the kendo stick with the knockout blow to the head of the bloody Monster Abyss. And while Raven was using the other kendo stick to try and choke Relic, Black Rain just caught him and caned him from behind.
You mentioned it earlier. You wonder how much his blood loss is going to affect Abyss. Oh, yeah. Look at the blood around the mouth of Raven.
It's almost like he's spitting blood out.
Oh, my God. I'm just trying to think of the damage those tacks have done. Absolutely just disgusting. And now Black Rain has the Darkness Falls weapon, and you know what he wants to do. He wants to take the butt into the... Look at Raven get a hold of it. Oh, man! Just sent it right into the top. What a move by Raven. Use the weapon as an advantage and sent him right in.
And landed right down here in front of our broadcast table. The thousands of tacks that Black Rain just landed. We've got to take another look at this.
Wow, unbelievable. Black Rain was so focused on the weapon, and Raven, again, that veteran, that experience from so many years, just used it against him. He saw when the tacks were and what a move.
Raven with the kick catches Relic coming in and stops his entry into the six-sided ring. Look at him taking the head of Relic and beating and taking it and smashing it with the back of that table. And now Raven is headed up and off the middle rope, went to drop the elbow, but just crashed right through when Relic moved out of the way.
Able to get out of the way just in time. As you can see, Raven convulsing, just jerking around on the ground. You wonder what kind of damage has been done to him. As Black Rain is in front of us, wiped out with the tables, and now Relic has Abyss, and obviously Abyss weakened by the loss of blood.
Right hand shots repeatedly from Relic, driven into the already bloody face of the Monster Abyss. And man, you could just see that close-up look right there, Don, of the face of the Monster Abyss and his eyeballs rolling into the back of his head as Relic is going to climb up and take down the bag of tacks.
And nobody is stopping, no Raven to stop him, as Abyss is trying to, I think, get the blood out of his eyes, trying to figure out where he is. And you can see Relic, oh my God, look at that blood on the face of Abyss. It was going to be called a bloody massacre, and it sure is.
Now, Relic takes the tacks that he brought down from the pole. Going to try and unloosen the bag, and he's going to dump the contents.
Look how many there are.
Sure. Dump them in the middle of the ring, spread them out for max effect.
Oh, he's got it. Wait a minute. Abyss able to get to his feet. He's able to get a hold of that. But he couldn't.
He was going to go for the black hole, wasn't he?
He spewed something in his face. Relic spewed something in his face right there. Oh my God, he spewed it into his eyes, and you can see Abyss now just...
He's blinded.
Flailing, he's blinded, and I think something's burning, obviously.
He was either going to choke slam him, what was he going to do? Black hole slam him, some kind of a slam, but he was going to take Relic and throw him into the tacks, and now he's blinded on, and he's really at a disadvantage here.
Oh yeah, Relic was waiting for it. Oh, look at this! Black hole slam, and he drives him right down.
Oh my God! The unprotected back of Relic making contact with those tacks, and there you see the close-up look. Oh!
Here he goes, and he's going to apply the pressure, and he's done it!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Raven and the Monster Abyss!
Look at all those indentations, all those perforations in the back, the bloody back of Relic as we see. Oh, the Monster Abyss just covered in blood from head to toe. How weary the Monster Abyss is, even just trying to stand up. But Don, he did it. He hit the black hole slam. and it's Raven and the Monster Abyss victorious at Turning Point.
I mean, think about it. Abyss and Raven are the winners, but they're also victims. All four of these guys took a brutal beating. I mean, you look at the mouth. The blood coming out of the mouth of Raven. The blood pouring down the face of Abyss. Black Rain is still out in front of us in a table full of tags. And of course, I don't even have to tell you what happened to Relic. And let's show you some of the viciousness. That's where Abyss busted open Black Rain.
Yeah, he used Black Rain's own weapon, Darkness Falls. This is when the Monster Abyss got into trouble. When he went face first into that steel chair, Black Rain just biting and gnawing on the bloody head.
Oh, this got me right here.
This was the one. He takes the tacks, he puts them in the mouth of Raven and against the face, and then those repeated cross-face blows. There's the Darkness Falls weapon that backfired when Raven used it to toss Black Rain into the bed of tacks.
What a counter by Raven, and then you can see the spewing into the face right there by Relic. It's that same spew, but he ended up getting in the black hole slam, and he drove him down, and then he drove him down again with a pin. But look at that. Look how he stopped for effect.
Black hole slam leads to the 1, 2, 3, and yes, the Monster Abyss and his partner Raven victorious at Turning Point as they win. What a spectacle. A bloody, violent, brutal, physical, sick spectacle. It is the Monster Abyss and Raven victorious in the match of 10,000 tacks. Let's send it to JB. Wow.
Joe.
What are you, crazy? I think you're in the wrong locker room, Kurt.
No, listen, I don't want to fight. I am in the right locker room. I know we're on opposite sides tonight, okay? I know that. I know you can't stand me. I know you hate me. But I know one thing's for sure. We're on the same wavelength.
What? Us on the same wavelength?
Yes.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Hall and Nash. I mean, Joe, the whole locker room's talking. They're talking about Hall and Nash using you to get themselves over. I mean, Hall and Nash can't go anymore, so they're taking a young bull like you, and they're going to ride you. They're going to ride you and ride you till you can't go anymore. And once that happens, they're going to kick you to the curb. That's what they do in this business. That's Hall and Nash. I mean, Joe, you and I, we're competitors. We've been competitors. And we give our all for TNA. I know that, and I know you know that. And you want Hall and Nash to ruin that? They don't deserve it. That's what they do in this business, Joe. You can't let that happen. Tonight, something's going to happen in that ring. I don't want you to just roll over and take it. Joe, I know you're not... I don't even want an answer right now. I just want you to listen to me, and I want you to think about it. And when you get in that ring tonight, I just want you to do the right thing. That's it. That's all I had to say. I'll see you at the match.
Mike, today, Don West back at ringside here at Turning Point. What an interesting situation, Don, we have seen develop as we try and clean up the impact zone from the match of 10,000 tacks. We heard earlier the situation involving Scott Hall. Now we see the friction earlier between Samoa Joe, Kevin Nash, and the fact that the Angle Alliance is trying to take advantage of that.
Well, and you got to admit, Kurt Angle sounded pretty convincing. When you're listening to the argument, you could almost see the look in Joe's face, like he's contemplating what he's saying. And when you think about what's already happening tonight with the Hall and Nash situation, you got to wonder what is going through Joe's mind, and is he going to see reason in that? Mike, I got to tell you, last week on Impact, when you think back of that heartfelt speech that Booker T gave and how wonderful it felt, and then, of course, it led into Christian Cage, Robert Roode, and, of course, the tag team matchup we got tonight.
Before we hear from Booker T, let's preview his tag matchup next.
Christian Cage. A new alliance has left his coalition in shambles. And now he has joined forces with one of the hottest young phenoms in professional wrestling today, Robert Roode, to face a common enemy.
For the last 4 years, I've been moving my way up the ladder, and every time I turn around, another one of you washed up has-beens decide to walk in the front door
and push me right back down. Booker T, a legend in the squared circle, now tries to make his mark in a six-sided ring.
Before it's over with, you guys will be calling me Booker TNA.
Unites with the high-flying superstar Kaz, a man who defeated the Instant Classic at his own game to claim victory at Genesis and a shot at the title. And now, the self-proclaimed champion, Christian Cage, will look to exact his revenge.
You're here for the same reason that everybody else is here, and that's to become the World Heavyweight Champion.
Will his new partnership lead him to redemption on his mission to reclaim the TNA World Championship?
Take yourself and go to the back of the line before I put you there myself.
Or will TNA's latest acquisition stop him dead in his tracks? The Instant Classic, Christian Cage and Robert Roode face Booker T and Kaz in tag team action.
Sharmell, Booker T, welcome to TNA. Thank you. Now, Booker T, I know you've come here with dreams and aspirations of capturing the TNA heavyweight title, but right now it seems like you've got a big bullseye stuck right on your forehead.
You talking about Christian Cage and Robert Roode, right? Let me tell you something. Christian Cage and I, we go way back. We got a lot of history. Christian Cage, one of the few guys in TNA who has faced me in the middle of the ring one-on-one. Spin kick, side kick, scissor kick, missile drop kick. He know all about that. Christian Cage, I came here for one reason and one reason only. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship. You know what I say to that? You damn skippy hippie. I came here for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. But first and foremost, I came here to face some of the best young talent in the world today to compete in the middle of that ring. One of them, my partner, Kaz, came to my aid, watched my back, didn't know me. Another one, Bobby Roode.
Excuse me, baby, that's Robert.
Whatever, Robert Roode. I look at this guy, he's got a great future. He's got a hell of a body. He's got a hell of a look. But tonight, Robert Roode is going to slip on a banana peel and take my finish right in the middle of that ring. And I know you can dig that, sucker!
Ladies and gentlemen, Turning Point continues with the following one-fall tag team contest. Introducing team number one. First, accompanied by Miss Brooks from Wall Street in Manhattan, New York, Robert Roode.
This past Thursday on Impact, we saw the Instant Classic Christian Cage plant the seed, get inside the head of Robert Roode, telling him that Booker T coming here to TNA is going to take away his spot on it. Earlier, we saw Robert Roode and Christian Cage. Let's just say they really didn't have that mutual respect that you would think. Then the situation with Ms. Brooks. Robert Roode turned and said to her, "Get out of my face, Ms. Brooks, before I do something that I regret." It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Here's the introduction of Roode's tag team partner.
And his tag team partner from Tampa, Florida, by way of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, the Instant Classic, Christian Cage.
You know, you brought up that friction there a little bit between Robert Roode and Christian Cage. And I'll tell you something, when you consider the egos involved, are there anybody with two bigger egos who believe that they are the be-all, end-all over Christian Cage and Robert Roode?
Well, maybe Kurt Angle.
Well, maybe Kurt Angle. But I'll tell you something. You got to admit, though, Christian Cage was able to spark something in Robert Roode. He did convince him that a Booker T coming in was just going to move him down the ladder. And we saw how Robert Roode reacted to that.
And their opponents first, from Anaheim, California, Kaz.
Over the course, Don, of the past several weeks, we have seen an incredible development and advancement in the career of Kaz. I think his confidence really picked up. Victorious in the fight for the right. Yes, he won the ladder match over Christian Cage. So close against Kurt Angle in the world title match, and now he's Booker's partner.
And his tag team partner, accompanied by Charmel from Houston, Texas, Booker T.
You know, one thing that Booker T said that I thought was interesting, but not surprising, was when Christian Cage accused him of coming here for the World Championship. You gotta admire what Booker T said. He said, hell yeah, that's what I came here for. And when you realize it, it does make sense. When you've done as many things as Booker T has in this business, when you've achieved all the accolades that he has, well, we know of one accolade he's never achieved, and that's wearing the TNA World Championship belt.
And there's no question that's where his focus is at this point. That's where Booker T's sights are. It's becoming the TNA World Heavyweight Champion. He set it on from the moment that he arrived here in Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. His beautiful wife, Charmel, accompanies him to the ring. We talked about that advancement of Kaz's career. This is another big step, aligning yourself with a superstar like Booker T.
Well, that's a great point. I mean, Kaz is doing all the right things right now. And you even mentioned it. Even in defeat to Kurt Angle, it's almost like Kaz came out a winner. You know what I mean? He was so close that all it did was elevate him in the eyes of everybody in this business. It's going to be interesting to see how they work together, and especially how Christian Cage and Robert Roode work together, because when it comes down to who's going to get the pin, both those guys are going to want to get the spotlight. You know that.
You made a great point. Let's see how they work together, because Kaz, Booker T, teaming for the first time.
Good point. I mean, you know, Booker T even mentioned it. Didn't even know him. He was very happy that he came to his aid and respected that. And respected that by being a professional in this business. But you're right, one thing about it, they have never worked together in the ring.
You hear the chants. Here, turning point for Booker T, joining Kaz for this tag team matchup against the Instant Classic. And his tag team partner, yes, Robert Roode. And, well, looks like Christian and Robert Roode may be back on the same page after a little disagreement that we heard from them earlier. Maybe it wasn't necessarily a disagreement. Maybe there's a lack of respect between the two, and also the fact that Christian was laying down the law to Robert Roode, letting him know who the boss was.
Well, I will tell you this, and you mentioned it. You said they were on the same page right now. If they can stay on it, they would be an incredible duo. I'm sorry, they both are very smart. They're both very crafty. They both will do anything it takes to win. And if you can figure out a way to be cohesive and be compatible, if those two guys can figure out a way, I'm going to tell you something. That's going to be a dangerous tag team, especially for two people that have never been together to beat.
Booker T's not backing down from anybody. You saw that he's not afraid to get in the ring, as Kaz immediately met by Christian Cage. Series of shots, including the knife edge chops, lighting up the chest of Kaz. Kaz tries to fight through that pain as he gets shots off into the ropes, able to slide through it. Now it's his chance to answer back with those chops.
Man, he's so quick, you can tell. I mean, this guy just has something special right now. He's got momentum. And oh man, what a shot. What an elbow shot by Christian Cage. And then that corkscrew.
Oh, he just uncorks it, doesn't he? Coming off the ropes with all that power and impact behind it.
I like this move, putting Kaz out there first, though. Let Booker T feel the crowd, feed off the crowd. Let this match get going. And besides, Kaz and Christian Cage, those great matchups that they've had just recently, who knows each other better than them?
And I like it also. Go with the hot competitor dive. Nice move. Ending with that spin kick, and Kaz springs back off the middle rope. Crashes down with the leg across the chest of Christian. Here's the follow cover for a near fall. I like the idea. The kid's hot. He's on a hot streak. We talked about the ladder match. Opportunity now for us there as we watch Christian Cage and Kaz square off once again. But now Christian tags in Robert Roode. Kaz is ready for him. Arm drag, then beautiful flip over, maintaining control. And we've seen this for months as well. How much Ms. Brooks delights in watching Kaz take it to Robert Roode.
Well, you know, she may work for Robert Roode, but she doesn't have to root for him, obviously. And here comes Booker T, and what a shot. What a shot on Robert Roode, and then a nice shot with the elbow. And, I mean, Booker T, I mean, you've known him for so long, probably as long as most people in this business. But have you ever seen him so invigorated and excited as he's been since he's been here at TNA, Mike?
No, Don, I tell you, it really is. It's been the thing that has turned around, in my mind, the career of Booker T. The ability to come to TNA here, to have that goal of becoming TNA World's Heavyweight Champion, and to prove, Don, that yes, he is among the best in this profession. There's that clothesline, the follow-up move to the hip toss, drop down, pin attempt, leg hook, 2 count on Robert Roode.
I got to tell you, Mike, I had a chance to talk to Booker T today, and I told him what his speech meant to me on Thursday, just how heartfelt it was, and you know, just the way he just said it all so eloquently. And you know what he said? He said it was real. It was so from the heart. I can't tell you how much I've got left, he said, but I've got a lot left, and I can't tell you how happy I am to showcase it again and let people see what I can do. And you can just see he really is. Oh my God, there's that psycho fan. Where's she at? She always sneaks in somewhere. I thought she was kicked out of here.
That's the Robert Roode fan, Robert Roode's #1 fan, looking on, Don, as you saw that camera pan back. Last rows here at the impact zone here at Turning Point, but I guess we shouldn't be surprised after the run-in that she had with Ms. Brooks.
Well, you could see, though, Robert Roode able to get the tag into Christian Cage, who's able to take advantage of Booker T. Christian Cage right now wanting momentum. I think what they're going to have to do is really go back and forth a lot. I think the team that wins this match is going to have to really keep each partner fresh.
Float over by Booker T,
man.
and then beautifully elevates Christian Cage. Instant classic high up into the lights and dropping down with the back body drop, and he feels confident to turn it over to Kaz.
Nice move right there, just making sure he gets the tag in so they can do a double team move, and man, they do. They just, both of them, send Christian Cage. Look at Kaz, go right for the pin, but Christian Cage sends a message there. I'm not going to be down for 2 count.
So far, so good in terms of Kaz and Booker T working as a team for the first time. Kaz charges in with the forearm shot. Now here comes Roode in illegally. First met with the boot, and then Kaz stacks him up in the corner, and his butt went right into the face of the Instant Classic. Here comes Kaz in. Oh, man, both feet into the chest of Roode. And of course, the impact rolls right through to Christian Cage. Ms. Brooks loves it.
What a wicked shot that is. I mean, he drives the drop kick, and he's got both of them now outside. Here goes Kaz. Is he going to go? Oh, my God, did you see that ability? He just somersaulted off the top, lands on both of them, and sends them both to the floor. Oh, my God, Kaz, that was incredible.
This is one of the aspects of this team of Kaz and Booker T. The incredible experience of Booker T, Don, his in-ring ability. Then you add the flash and X Division type style that Kaz has had for years, as we see Christian Cage heading up the ramp, but Booker's got him by the head and bringing him back to the ring.
Well, Booker T, I think, noticed what Christian Cage was doing, that he was going up the ramp, and he's going to maybe take out of there, or at least try to play mind games. Well, I like what Booker T did. He just jumped around, ran right up there, got him, threw him back in for Kaz. Oh, man, but Robert Roode jumped up there when the ref wasn't looking and just put his neck on the rope, and wow, that gave Christian Cage all he needed.
Cage on the cover here. Roode, oh, look at this move here as Kaz is able to get that shoulder quickly up, even before the pin attempt, before the referee, Rudy Charles, can count 1.
What a shot, though, that Robert Roode gave him. And
he sure did.
It's all that Christian Cage needed. And that's one thing about Christian Cage we've noticed. It doesn't take much. And if he finds a window, he'll go through it with ease. And he'll take it. Look at this now, applying the pressure to the back of the neck. Using that top rope. He'll do anything and everything he can to take a shortcut.
Well, they have turned it around on Kaz. It was the move, as you mentioned. Robert Roode connecting from outside as Kaz tries to fight back, but then he gets cut off. Couple of blows in, and then Christian connects with the elbow. Going to take him over to Robert Roode, set him up in the corner here, while Roode holds him from outside, and Booker comes in. Christian Cage turns it over to Robert Roode. You saw Roode clap his hand behind the head of referee Rudy Charles, signifying that there was a tag. There was no tag.
Well, but obviously Rudy Charles thinks there is. You can see him counting as he's got his boot into the neck of Kaz. This is the thing that gets me right now, is that Kaz is stuck over here in their corner. And all it's going to do now, they're playing the mind game in Booker T. They're getting him emotional. And sometimes if you're too emotional, you'll make a mistake. Robert Roode right now in total control, but Kaz got to find a way, Mike, to get over to Booker T and get himself a breather and let Booker T do some of the handiwork right now.
He's had a couple of flurries of offenses since that shot from outside by Robert Roode. But you're right, Don. Kaz has been on the defensive for the past several minutes, and he's grounded here by Roode. Booker, as we see Robert Roode's #1 fan looking on from someplace high here in the impact zone. And Ms. Brooks, look, yeah, you can see that looking around as well.
It's like she knows she's here somewhere. She doesn't know she's a mile away up in the stands, but I will tell you this, it looked like that crazy fan, looking to see if anybody's going to see her there and kick her out, but back to the action in the middle. It's just toe-to-toe now. Slugfest.
Kaz comes off the ropes, floats over Roode, going to try and take him and roll him up. Here we go, shoulders down for barely just a 1 count.
Look at
again, this. Kaz on him, Roode's shoulders down for 2.
That's the
Kaz
strength.
Beautifully bridges up. Here's the backslide. Kaz's shoulders now down, 2 count only.
Look at this though, Kaz so impressive now. He's got it. 1, 2. Oh, Roode able to get out of there. I mean, Kaz, one of those guys that just doesn't stop impressing you. I know we can't say enough about him right now, but it's just so fun watching a star in the making.
Shoulder block from outside by Kaz to the midsection of Roode. Here comes a springboard move. Caught, and look at Robert Roode just powering down with authority. You're not kidding. Here we go. Booker in for the save.
Well, Booker knew he had to get in there just in time, man. If he didn't, that was it. I mean, did you see how Robert Roode just that extra oomph? And that's what he has. He has another gear. I mean, it really does. We always talked about how he was the strength of Team Canada. He does. He's such a powerful, powerful guy. And now Christian Cage realizes that he can go pick up what's left over. And Kaz stuck in this corner again.
We've been talking about it for the past several minutes, that it's imperative for Kaz to get over, to tag in Booker T. And shots here by Kaz for both Roode and Christian. The drop toe hold. Christian goes directly into Robert Roode. Christian's shoulders now down.
Christian able to fight out of it, but look how he keeps Kaz on that side. Oh, man, look at that. Nice combination move that he does.
Wave of the future applied by Kaz on Christian Cage, but you see that he's spent. He dug down deep. He hit that wave of the future, but he doesn't have enough power to go for the pin, and now you got to tag Booker in.
And he's so close. Booker T is right there. He is so close. He's just got to reach down, find that extra effort, and get that tag into Booker T. And look at that. It's like they, oh, man. Oh, wait a minute. Robert Roode came over and pulled Booker T down and kept him from touching.
Just as they were on the verge of making the tag, just as they were about an inch away, you saw Roode come in, and now again, just again when Booker slides up on the apron, extends his hand, the instant classic Christian Cage from inside pulls Kaz away.
What a game plan that they have. I mean, they have done one thing, you've got to get it. Even when Kaz fights back and seems to find a way to get through, they still keep him away from Booker T. And right now, Booker T's getting frustrated. You can see him pacing. You can see him upset. But look at that agility by Kaz. It is unbelievable.
Well, they had executed that game plan to perfection until that point when Kaz, he's got something for Christian Cage and something for Robert Roode.
A double DDT right there, one for each of them. But again, look how spinny he is. When he does a move like that, he's so beat up that he just doesn't have the strength. You can see he's trying to get his breath. He's just, oh my God, it's almost like he can't suck in enough oxygen to get over there.
Kaz has been on the receiving end of this beating for minutes, and Booker's ready for him, and boy, if he can ever get that tag in, this building's going to explode.
Well, he just did, and here comes Booker T.
On fire, right hands, Christian, Roode, clotheslines. There's another right hand for Robert Roode, who gets sent for the ride.
Man, what incredible shape Booker T is. He just stayed in it through the years. I mean, that's somebody dedicated to this profession. And look at this, as Christian Cage trying to turn around, but Booker T on fire.
Big flying forearm shot that was on target. It caught Christian right in the face. A wobbly, instant classic, gets to his feet. Here comes Booker with the axe kick, but Christian moved out of the way.
Well, he's been there before, but that couldn't stop that one. He went right into it, was in no man's land. 1, 2, oh, man, he got it up just in time.
Spinebuster puts Booker T and Kaz on the verge of victory, but Christian escapes. Booker has really got it cranked up here, headed to the top, but Roode cuts him off. He's got his leg hook.
Oh, he's got Booker T in a bad spot, and Christian Cage saw it. That's what you have to do, work that teamwork like that. And Booker T, man, he's in no man's land.
Cage is going to try and suplex him back into the ring while Booker fights him off. Repeated blows to the gut, and then just shoves him down. The back of Christian Cage landing on the canvas. Booker's waiting, Booker's measuring, and missile drop kick.
What a drop kick, and I mean that guy, he's got all legs, and he just levels him. Right there is Christian Cage. You see Charmel, that look on that beautiful face, she knows it. She can feel it, and you can see Booker T getting ready to do it.
I think he was going to go for the spinner-Rooney, wasn't he? Until Robert Roode came in and cut him off.
Well, Robert Roode, I didn't want Booker T getting any kind of accolades from the crowd, doing anything. Oh, beautiful kick. Oh, I love how he just puts that in there so quickly.
Roode gets leveled, and now Christian takes the shortcut, as we've learned to expect from watching him here in TNA. Follows up, knife edge chops in the corner. Gonna shoot Booker across. Booker floats over and gonna go for a roll-up.
1, 2, oh, man! Oh, my God, how did he get out of that? He had a pin.
Thought he had the victory for the team of Booker T and Kaz. A wobbly Christian, but he's able to move out of the way. And you can see that Booker gets hung up on the top rope.
Oh, man, that's a bad place to be there. But Kaz!
Where'd he come from?
I don't know, out of nowhere. And he took them both down. And look at him, fired up. He got the breath that he needed.
Inverted atomic drop for Roode. Boot to the face for Roode. Kaz comes across. Front face lock, just trying to bull him. Just trying to take him right down. But Roode, well, he won't go. Shots off into the turnbuckles and then the drop kick for Christian Cage.
Man, I'll tell you what, he is fearless. He's somebody that just seizes opportunity when it's thrown at him. But this time, Robert Roode uses his strength and sent him flying.
What a bad landing.
Strong Robert Roode is.
All the way out to the floor, and now it's 2-on-1 when Booker turns around. Christian Cage and Robert Roode are waiting for him.
Well, they missed as Booker was expecting it, and he takes them both out with one kick.
Leg lariat takes down both Cage and Roode. Booker's feeling it. They stopped him earlier. I don't think they're going to stop him now.
Oh, no. He's ready. He wants to do it. He's feeling it. The crowd is feeling it, and you can see Charmel telling him go. Spinner-Rooney.
Spinner-Rooney, and then back up to his feet. Doubles over Christian. Off the ropes, but from outside, Roode caught him.
Robert Roode was right in the right place at the right time. He knew, he scouted it, and look at that. He just grabs Miss Brooks, flings her up off of the chair. And you can see Kaz coming in again.
Referee Rudy Charles trying to separate him out on the floor, trying to maintain some order here. Meanwhile, Roode in the ring, steel chair, gonna swing it. Oh, knockout blow on his own tag team partner.
Unbelievable with Booker T, just quick enough. Robert Roode knows he's done it wrong, and now Kaz kicks him right out of the ring. Oh my God, did that backfire?
Now it's down to Christian Cage and Booker T, and well, Christian is really in trouble after that chair shot from his own partner. There's the axe kick by Booker T.
Oh, Christian Cage doesn't even know where he's at. 2 done.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, Kaz and Booker T.
That was a hell of a successful first-time effort as a tag team for Booker T and Kaz as they are victorious over Robert Roode and Christian Cage. The problems between Roode and Cage lead to the win. That chair shot was vicious as Roode cracked his own partner. But you gotta love the way that Booker T and Kaz took advantage of the situation.
Well, they absolutely did. Booker T just quick enough to get his head down. Let's show you some of the action that took place in this. This was Kaz high flying. I mean, he went over the ropes, but Christian Cage always turned it around. But Kaz again, showing why he is one fast rising star. There's the double DDT that he did on Roode and Christian.
There's the spine buster from Booker on Christian Cage, followed by the missile drop kick. Out of nowhere came Kaz, one leg for both men, one for Roode, one for Cage. Booker took them down both. Swing with that steel chair. Roode connected on his own partner. Axe kick, Booker T on top, leads to the 1-2-3, and yes, they get the win.
They absolutely get the win, and it was Booker T's just instinct. Knowing that chair was looming, he ducked underneath and able to get the win.
Impressive debut as a tag team. Booker T and Kaz put it together. and they score the win over the Instant Classic and Robert Roode tonight at Turning Point, as we see Robert Roode trying to pick up his partner here, but remember, Robert Roode was the one responsible for knocking him out with the steel chair.
Well, he's got to hope that he knocks the memory out of it up for him, and maybe Christian Cage won't realize that Robert Roode was the one that hit him, as right now he's just, I think Christian Cage doesn't even know who he is, let alone where he is. Look at him, he's in massive, severe pain. He's done.
Winners celebrating with the crowd here in Orlando, Florida at Turning Point. Robert Roode just trying to take his partner, Christian Cage, and even just bring him up to his feet.
Dead weight, absolute dead weight. You can see now he's starting to get his head cleared, and you can see Robert Roode trying to revive him, trying to get, look at it.
I think he's trying to explain also what happened.
He's got like spaghetti legs, and now he doesn't want to hear anything.
It's exactly what it is. We get that side shot right there. Whoa!
Well, we knew Christian Cage, the light bulb was going to go on, and that he was going to realize
what happened. Look at this. He slapped Roode in the face, and Roode shoved him back. He just went by. It's AJ Styles just slid right by us here. Got right into the ring, and he's standing in between Christian Cage and Robert Roode. AJ Styles acting as a peacemaker.
Well, he'll do anything to protect Christian. We know how he feels about him. He's a father figure to him, and he's been trying to get the Angle Alliance and Christian Cage on the same page, and I think he could see what was happening right there, and he knows how badly Christian Cage is hurt. AJ Styles coming in playing peacemaker.
AJ able to separate the two. Robert Roode and Christian Cage definitely not on the same page at the end of this match. The main event is up next. Now let's send it to Crystal.
You know the worst part? I'm not even surprised, Kevin. I'm not even surprised this happened. What, your partner couldn't blow him the breathalyzer to start his damn car to get down here? Huh, Kevin? What is this all about? Is this a setup from the beginning? Is this how you guys do business? Is this how you took on the world? You guys were all together. Huh? You didn't even show up for the fights? I mean, explain yourself if you can.
Shut up! Hey, listen!
Shut up!
It is what it is!
Oh, it is?
It is what it is!
Oh, then what exactly
It's just you and me, all right? He may not be here. I'm more worried about his health than this damn fight.
My ass you're worried about his health. All you're worried about is looking cool like you boys always have and being punk bitches when it came to doing business.
I ain't no punk bitch, I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'll tell you something. I'll be there tonight. I'll be there tonight. You bring your ass out there. If you don't want to be my partner, don't show up. I'll be out there tonight.
No, I'll tell you what. Out there tonight, I'll be out there, but I will not be alone.
They were the most dominant force in professional wrestling.
The return of, yes, Hall and Nash.
Their actions changed the face of sports entertainment, transforming the industry into one of the most popular forms of entertainment in the world.
If Angle and his posse, if they want to play, me and Big Kev, we'll play.
And now they have returned to join forces with a new member.
Samoa Joe! Can you believe it?
As a new generation of superstars look to make their mark, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and now Samoa Joe will unite against a common enemy.
I just want to say to AJ and Tomko, you made the right choice by joining the Angle Alliance at Genesis. Not only do I consider you two my friends, but now you are my family.
Turning Point, December 2. It's going to be the Angle Alliance. Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, and Tomko against Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Samoa Joe. My God!
Scott Hall and Kevin Nash joined the Samoan submission machine Samoa Joe to take on the phenomenal AJ Styles, Tomko, and the Olympic gold medalist and current TNA World Heavyweight Champion Kurt Angle.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your TNA Turning Point main event, a six-man tag team grudge match scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number one there of the Angle Alliance. First, the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Tomko and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Well, we believe this is going to be a six-man tag team match. We heard earlier Samoa Joe talking to Kevin Nash that Scott Hall is not here at Turning Point. Kevin Nash worried about his health. Samoa Joe said, I'm not coming alone tonight. Obviously, Samoa Joe has somebody in mind on to bring out as a tag team partner here. Boy, they're going to have to really gear it up against a three-man team that includes TNA's World Tag Team title holders, the phenomenal AJ Styles and Tomko, and yes, TNA's World Heavyweight Champion himself, the Olympic gold medalist.
And their tag team partner from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he is Professional Wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist and the TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World. He is
How smart is Kurt Angle looking right now? He went to Samoa Joe and he told him, you can't trust them, you know what they're doing, you know they're in it for themselves. And right now Samoa Joe is looking at this situation and he's already lost one partner tonight. Now you know that Joe said, well, I'm going to go get somebody. Obviously, somebody he can trust because it's obvious he doesn't trust Kevin Nash for a minute. You've got to wonder where Joe's mind is going to be. Kurt Angle's got to be feeling real good about the situation right now.
And their opponents first, from Detroit, Michigan, Kevin Nash.
You said, Don, that you wondered where Samoa Joe's mind was going to be. I'm going to ask the question, how about Kevin Nash? Where's his mind going to be? He mentioned in that pre-match interview just moments ago that he was worried, that he was concerned about the condition of Scott Hall. Has to be playing on his mind. A night, ladies and gentlemen, that we had expected, that we had anticipated. The return of Kevin Nash and Scott Hall as a tag team. It's not going to take place tonight at Turning Point.
His tag team partner from American Samoa, he is a Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe.
This, ladies and gentlemen, was the night when we all thought that old school would meet new school. Hall and Nash handpicked the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, to be their tag team partner. We have found out that Scott Hall is not here at Turning Point, and now there's no Samoa Joe.
I'll tell you right now, folks, we're just taking this 1 minute at a time.
He said, Don, that he would not be alone.
And you wonder where Samoa Joe is as you see.
Look at how happy the Angle Alliance.
And now here he comes. You got to wonder if Nash was wondering, oh my God, am I out here by myself tonight?
I'm wondering if maybe that delay for Samoa Joe coming out here into the impact zone at Turning Point may have been Samoa Joe going to find a partner, because he told us earlier that he would not be alone. Samoa Joe, Kevin Nash, who's going to join them as the third man?
Well, I mean, who do you pick? Who do you trust? One thing I will say about this, you've got two extremely mad individuals. It's Joe and Nash right now.
And Samoa Joe's got the microphone, and he's going to vent.
You'll get your time. You know what? You know what? I'll tell you what. Backstage, I was told to come out here, and they said, Joe, the fans love you, and if there's one thing they trust, it's you. And we want you to go out there, and we want you to tell these people something that'll make them satisfied with the fact that Scott Hall no-showed this event tonight. You know, I would love to tell you people that he'd be coming down that ramp a little bit later on, but the fact of the matter is, he punked out on me, and he punked out on every single fan in this building tonight.
Wow.
Strong words.
And then it got me thinking. I was back there and I said, well, you know what? I could walk out there. I could go 2-on-3 with Kevin and make the best of it. But you know what? I also realized another thing. They just gave me a live mic on pay-per-view.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
So, if you all don't mind, I'd like to get a few things off my chest. Number one, in TNA, we have two types of wrestlers. We have TNA diehards who come here and entertain and bust their ass for these fans every night of the week.
Oh, he's passionate.
Frustrated, too.
And we got superstars who think they can come and do whatever they want, however they feel like. We have superstars who come out here and not only screw us, the hardworking wrestlers of TNA, but they screw each and every fan who paid to see them, no matter how old they are. So let me make this real simple. Let me explain to you what TNA is. TNA is the Motor City Machine Guns coming out here and busting their ass and trying to make a break in this business. TNA is Black Machismo doing his damnedest to entertain every single fan in this building and show them what's up. TNA is Samoa Joe coming in here and doing what he does best. Wrestle and be the best damn professional wrestler in the world. TNA is a bunch of hard-working young athletes who are looking to change the wrestling world. Guys who held down this business while others profiteered from it. TNA is the men who come in here, risk their lives on scaffoldings, on wires, while others show up and pad their pensions. So I'll tell you what, Scott Hall, Chico, kiss my ass. You punked out and you're a punk. Are you mad? No, go ahead, fire me, I don't care. So tonight, I went in that locker room and they said, hey, they called everybody in the world trying to get me a new partner. But I said, no, we don't need anybody. We got everybody we need in the back right now. So I walked to the back and I said, hey, who wants to go out there in the main event tonight and who wants to get into a fight? And every damn one of the X Division wrestlers stood up. I walked to the back and I said, who wants to come out and get in a fight in the main event tonight? And every single young wrestler whose first TV contract was here at TNA stood up and said me. But one in particular, bloody, beaten, battered, bruised, and overlooked by everybody in the world, looked at me and said, Joe, please give me the shot. And without further ado, I announce my partner, a man who will show up. A man who will be here and do what he needs to do. A man who's ready for a fight. And a man who will be even when he's an old man. Without further ado, I bring out my tag team partner, Showtime Eric Young. Get out here, let's kick some ass.
What an unbelievable situation we have here as Samoa Joe decides to get things off his chest.
Oh, and he did.
And then he breaks out Showtime Eric Young, a guy that he knows this crowd will be behind no matter what, Mike.
But consider, Don, that Eric Young has already competed here tonight at Turning Point. A very grueling physical match with the Cowboy James Storm, but everybody in that locker room stood up, put their hands up. The X Division wrestlers, some of the other stars, obviously, as Samoa Joe said, to join him and be his tag team partner. Eric Young is the man who is the partner for Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash. And boy, this has really turned out to be one interesting pay-per-view, hasn't it?
Well, it sure has. And I'm going to say right now, I can tell you who's not on the same page, and that's Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash. I mean, Kevin Nash is going to take those things personal. He's going to look at it like, I've done things in this business a long, long time, and you know that did not sit well with him. On the other end, you can understand Joe's frustration. A guy who's just busts his butt every night. Let's see if they can somehow channel that anger and that energy together. Because right now, the Angle Alliance has got to be feeling pretty good.
Well, maybe at the same time, do you want to be the Angle Alliance and have to face Samoa Joe
No.
in the mindset that he's in?
No, absolutely not. Look at him. I mean, this is something I haven't seen with Samoa Joe.
Yeah, like a wrestling clinic here for the phenomenal AJ Styles, rolling him all over the ring.
I mean, Samoa Joe right now just absolutely just come out here, made a statement, and I mean, you're right. Who wants to get in the ring with him? He wants to take it out on everybody. Anybody and everybody.
Styles crashes and burns in the corner, face first into that middle turnbuckle, the chop to the back, the kick to the chest. Here comes 280 pounds, airborne with the knee dropped right across the throat and chest of AJ Styles, and he turns, makes eye contact with Kevin Nash, stares daggers, tags in EY, Eric Young, quick pin attempt on AJ, but not able to put him away this early.
Boy, I look at that face of Kevin Nash, and I've got to ask that question, what is he thinking? Eric Young, you got to think Eric Young is the kind of guy that's going to go out here and work 3 times as hard as normal because he doesn't want to let Samoa Joe down. He's absolutely felt it. He knows he's been here. He doesn't want to let him down, and AJ Styles right now, this thing is not going the way the Angle Alliance wanted. They thought they were in the mind of Joe. They thought they were in the mind of Nash. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, at the same time, when you consider Eric Young all of a sudden finding himself, Don, in the main event slot here at a pay-per-view, think of the career advancement that we've seen over the past couple of months from somebody like Kaz. Why? Given the opportunity. Here's a chance for Eric Young to get in here and prove that he belongs with the studs in TNA. And now he's got to prove it against the TNA World Heavyweight Champion himself, the Olympic gold medalist, Kurt Angle.
And don't think those comments Joe made were just directed to Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. You saw him looking right at Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle looking back at him, and you can feel tension all over. I mean, this is one of those things now you got to wonder how Kurt Angle's going to react. He considers himself, obviously, and he is the leader of the Angle Alliance. Well, this is a situation now where he's got to send body language to Tomko and AJ Styles. He's got to let them know he's got it under control, and he is the leader, and he can take care of it. But look at Showtime. Wow. Eric Young with that belly-to-belly.
Explosive move with the suplex by Eric Young on Kurt Angle. Angle had come in against Eric Young, and Angle just took over control, and now the tag is into Kevin Nash, and look at Angle scurry to the corner and tag in Tomko.
Tomko, a man who stands almost eye to eye to him in stature, but even Tomko looks up to Kevin Nash.
They lock it up just momentarily before Nash powers Tomko and drives him straight into the ring ropes. Lock it up again, and now Nash tries to turn him into the corner, but Tomko gets the advantage, reels off a series of rights that has Nash rocking.
Nice shots by Tomko. He's trying to send a statement, I think, also that, you know, this thing has gone a little haywire, but there's a reason why he's a tag team champion. But look at Nash, standing strong, and then gets the boot up.
Tomko off the ropes. Nash gets the leg up and catches him with the boot in the corner. There's that back elbow driven in, that time up into the face of Tomko. Series of shots by Nash on Tomko. There go the right hand.
Shot after shot, elbow after elbow, and you can see Kevin, oh, what a knee driven into Tomko there. With a little extra oomph by Kevin Nash, and now just extending that long leg into his chin and just wanting to take his head off.
Tomko tries to fight back out of the corner and does. Second right hand was vicious and now measures him and drives that one into the head. Nash looks dazed at this point, doesn't he?
Well, Nash looked over, I think, at Kurt Angle, and when he did, Tomko saw an opening and went right after it. AJ Styles, though, ran right into that one.
Charges in, and Nash takes him up and powers him down with the side slam, and the tag is into Eric Young. Any coincidence here that the tags from Eric Young to Kevin Nash and then Kevin Nash back to Eric Young without Joe?
No, there is no way Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash are going to work together in any way, shape, or form. There's no way. That's broken now. Any chance they had, that's over.
Attempt here.
It's a good thing Young's the buffer, obviously.
Exactly. Eric Young going to try and take AJ up into the air and stuns him on the way down. Follow cover by EY, and Showtime gets a near fall on the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Eric Young, a guy who earlier tonight put his whole body on the line against James Storm. He's got that arm wrapped. Obviously, he's got feeling back in it, and that's a good thing. And now you can see AJ Styles mouthing off of Samoa Joe, just letting him know, come on in here. But he better remember Eric Young's out there in the ring, but AJ, what a shot to the face.
Did you see what Kurt Angle just did to Eric Young? Think back to Eric Young's match with James Storm. And when he went through and his shoulder hit the post, Kurt Angle right there just took a shot. You can see the tape applied to the arm of Eric Young. Obviously, the Angle Alliance members, they know that Eric was in a battle out here earlier tonight at Turning Point, and that arm, Don, is weakened.
Well, I tell you what, it was an emotional choice by Joe. I understand the choice, but you wonder could there may have been a better one with after someone who hadn't went through the battle like Eric did. But Eric Young, what a Pele. What a move by AJ Styles. How he's able to get that kick on the top of the head is amazing.
Eric in trouble. Nailed in that head with the kick, and now Styles going to try and suplex him in. EY trying to fight him off, but AJ goes up to the top. Superplex attempt on the way. No, instead it's blocked in a front suplex by Eric Young on AJ Styles.
Oh, great move by AJ Styles. They're able to put Eric Young right on his head, but you can see AJ's dazed by the move himself. AJ Styles, I think, wants to get the captain of that team in there. He wants to get Kurt Angle into the matchup, and he does. And here's Angle and Nash.
Dr. Nash connects with a series of shots to the head of Kurt Angle. There goes the Olympic gold medalist shot off, and Nash gets the boot up, and here comes Tomko in.
Well, they saw that boot take Kurt Angle out. You can see AJ Styles and Tomko at the same time, and then they take the double clothesline. And then here comes Joe, who kind of tagged himself in to come in there and take care of business. Is he going to fly?
Eric Young slingshot move.
Oh, they caught him. Here comes Joe! Oh my God! Suicide dive right on top of Showtime Eric Young, right on top of the tag team champions.
Meanwhile, Nash has got Angle in the ring, but Angle able to float over and take him down and go for the ankle lock.
Oh, what a move though, Kurt Angle getting that ankle lock in on Kevin Nash and Samoa Joe. Look at this. Samoa Joe gonna come over and help him? I don't know. You can see Kurt Angle telling him, explaining to him what he's doing, and Joe just walks away.
He walks away? No, he doesn't.
He just killed him. Samoa Joe came to Nash's aid with the kick.
Knockout kick applied by Samoa Joe. Stunned on his back, Kurt Angle. You can see Nash favoring the ankle after that ankle lock. And is he going to tag in?
He did. Kevin Nash realized that Joe's a professional, and he tagged him in, and look at Joe go after Tomko.
Joe and Tomko exchange, and Joe gets the better of it. Off the ropes. Big forearm shot, that time decked him. Running clothesline by Joe. Takes down Tomko for a third time, and AJ up. Powered down by the Samoan submission machine.
Oh, what a shot. I think AJ landed wrong on his leg and his belly, but now you can see he's trying to get that chokehold on Tomko. Oh, unbelievable how he snap slammed him.
Pin, 2. Oh, Angle able to recover and break it up.
Unbelievable, but now there's that German suplex that Kurt Angle does so well, but he didn't turn around and see Nash in time.
Could it be the jackknife powerbomb? Yes! Nash connects, but out of nowhere, here comes AJ flying forearm shot off the top.
He came right after it. Now AJ Styles goes right after Nash, who sends him outside. But look at AJ. Oh! Cut him off with the pass, Mike.
He went springboard, but Nash cut him off as we get back to the ring. Tomko from behind, able to level Nash. Now it's Tomko and Joe.
Oh, what a kick by Joe as he sends it to the head of Tomko, and now Showtime Eric Young. He's got Tomko on the shoulders, and he sends him down.
Joe motions to Eric Young. Eric's going to take his own partner and whip him right into Tomko, and Joe caught him with a knee in the corner, and now positions him up on top. A muscle buster on Tomko?
Can you believe this? And he hits Tomko with the muscle buster. Could this be it? 2, 3, Samoa Joe's done it.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners, Showtime Eric Young, Kevin Nash, and the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe celebrates with Eric Young. Yes, they did it. Boy, Don, I wasn't sure, but they were able to put it together when they needed to. Samoa Joe comes to the rescue of Kevin Nash when he was hooked in the ankle lock, and Joe gets it rolling.
Look at this, though.
You watching the body language, and as Kevin Nash heads up the ramp at the same time.
Kevin Nash walks right out, doesn't want anything to do with the win, as Samoa Joe and Eric Young celebrate in the ring.
Samoa Joe, Eric Young, Kevin Nash, victorious at Turning Point over the Angle Alliance. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you this Thursday night on Impact. We invite you to join us in January, our first pay-per-view of 2008. We will see you Thursday and at Final Resolution.
This has been a presentation of TNA Entertainment.